Eclipse, who had every chance. He dashed away after straightening, but Gala Mascot too strong.
Outside, but under pressure from Noble Falcon, and further back Multi-Gold Rooter into the straight. Arctic Eclipse straightened up 2 lengths in front from Gala Mascot, pulled to the outside, and on the inside Gallant Spectre and Game's Over, and then a Marla. 150 to go, and it's still Arctic Eclipse in front. Gala Mascot, he's gone for the whip on it. It's gradually getting to Arctic Eclipse now, and Gala Mascot accelerating in the last 100 went to the lead, and Gala Mascot's going to win it about a neck to Arctic Eclipse. Very close for third.
Second event was the Blue Diamond Prelude for the fillies, and 3 great trials for the Blue Diamond here from the place getters: Rass Dancer, Spirit of Kingston and Base Fee. Have a look at Spirit of Kingston in the yellow colours, back second last as they approach the turn, and she comes home strongly to finish a short head behind Rass Dancer, who also made up plenty of territory.
Around the outside of Dark Rhythm and Centaur of the rails, a couple of lengths to Rass Dancer, giving them a big start with Coogee Lass. 3 lengths further back in the field, then at the head of the others is Spirit of Kingston, starting to make some ground from Stray Fancy and Balletto. In the straight, Fearless Display, just the leader from Vain Display. Base Fee coming at them. Rass Dancer looking for a run, and Centauria putting in a run, and Spirit of Kingston trying to get through. 100 to go. Base Fee reached the lead. Spirit of Kingston's getting a run. She's coming all over them with Rass Dancer. Rass Dancer, the outside, might be going to stride the better, and Rass Dancer won it. A half head on the inside.
Certainly Rass Dancer and Spirit of Kingston are going to appreciate the extra distance of the Blue Diamond, up to 1,200 metres, and they're going to be very hard to hold out, those 2 fillies. Third event was the St George Stakes. Penny Edition, very impressive in winning the Blamey Stakes last week, and he went right on with the job yesterday in the 1,600 metres event, scoring from Gurners Lane, who ran a much improved race. You'll notice Gouchy keeps his mind on the job with a couple of taps with the whip coming to the turn, and this is the start of the St George Stakes over the 1,600 metres.
Settling down, Gurners Lane showing a bit of pace. Vivacity on his outside from Penny Edition, and Beechcraft about 4 off the lead. Pleach led up the hill at the 1,300, a length and a half. Mr. Illusion inclined to pull, a length now Penny Edition. Gurners Lane inside Vivacity, and 1 length away Beechcraft. 1,200 out on top of the hill, and Pleach now about 2 lengths to Mr. Illusion. 2 away Gurners Lane, showing a lot more pace today on his outside there at this stage, Penny Edition. About 2.5 lengths now to Vivacity, and Beechcraft moving up on its outside. Down the side, 1,000 to go, and Pleach travelling kindly, a length and a half Mr. Illusion. 1.5 Gurners Lane, a half length further back Penny Edition, and a length and a half to Vivacity and Beechcraft. At the 800 and the leader Pleach, there's no change in the order. 1.5 Mr. Illusion still pulling, a length and a half Penny Edition moving up nicely now to join Gurners Lane. 2 to Beechcraft and a length away Vivacity. 600 out near the turn, Pleach about 3/4 of a length Mr. Illusion. Penny Edition 3 deep moving forward. Gurners Lane in on the fence, a length into Beechcraft getting much closer, followed by Vivacity. They're on the corner, and Pleach tackled now by Mr. Illusion and Penny Edition, who's travelling very well on the outside. Behind them, Gurners Lane and Beechcraft looking for the split. Into the straight, and Penny Edition went up to hit the front now from Pleach and Mr. Illusion. Then came Beechcraft, he goes for the whip on it, and Gurners Lane starting to run on, but Penny Edition sprinted clear. Got 2 lengths to Gurners Lane, who's running a mighty race, and then Beechcraft followed by Mr. Illusion. But Penny Edition goes on to win it easily. About 2 lengths to Gurners Lane, a mighty performance. Beechcraft third from Vivacity, followed by...
Encouraging effort there from Gurners Lane to get second. Certainly 1,600 metres isn't his pet distance, and now that he's going to step up to the staying journeys, he looks like he could get back into the winning list. Fourth event was the Blue Diamond Prelude for the Colts. Slick Draw in the blue colours. You'll notice him about 5th at this stage, making ground. And Frame, a son of Surround, comes from well back to get second in a very, very good effort.
Coming home very hard. Then Kingston Jamaica Solitaire Love, followed by Wentworth, and Frame and Martek well back. In the straight, Star of Pyramid joined by Kentish, and pull to the outside. Slick Draw from Kingston Jamaica. Slick Draw grabbed the leaders quickly with 200 to go, took over from Star Pyramid Kentish. Frame starting to come home pretty well down the outside, but Slick Draw's well clear. Frame finishing strongly, but Slick Draw's going to canter in. Wins by about a length to Frame, who flew home. Oh, mighty run, 5 lengths away for third. Wentworth or Kentish perhaps.
Soon due Frame, who made up a ton of ground there and was forced wide, and he's going to appreciate a longer race. Fifth event, the Oakleigh Plate, I think always one of the most exciting events on the Australian calendar. It's a real helter-skelter from the start, and it gives the backmarkers a chance to run on, and that's how it worked out yesterday with Mighty Avalanche defeating Harpagus. Both came quickly at the finish, Bow Mistress and Ideal Planet third and fourth.
Slot going fast, and Bowl Brother burning towards the lead with Warrior King and Bow Mistress. They were followed over near the inside division, now going up quickly. Ideal Planet has headed them all off, and Razor Sharp's up 4th or 5th from Feeling Fit. fit. They were followed then by Sculptor and Cardinal's Fury, and on the inside of those Mr. Magic, and they've got away from Mighty Avalanche Solo Performance. Then Segovian Rhythm, Flynn's Landing, Vanuatu, top posters second last, and last on the turn West Mayo. Around the turn they come. Ideal Planet, Bold Brother on the inside of them, and in the slot wider, Warrior King the centre, 2 lengths Feeling Fit. Then came looking for the run on the inside is Razor Sharp and Bow Mistress trying to get between them. Ideal Planet kicked about 3 in front as they turned for home. He's dashed right away from Bold Brother, Bow Mistress and Harpagus. Ideal Planet feeling the strain, Bow Mistress cutting him down, and then came on the outside Harpagus. Harpagus flying, and Mighty Avalanche. Bow Mistress got to the front. Mighty Avalanche and Harpagus grab it. Oh, Mighty Avalanche has nearly won it. It's a great three-way photo. Mighty Avalanche the centre, Harpagus the outside, and Bow Mistress on the rails.
Tremendous finish there with Mighty Avalanche just prevailing in the photo. Sixth event was the Schweppes Cup, and Pride of Kellina, you'll notice he's the grey, sweeping up out wide, coming to the turn. In the straight, when Netcall got the run through, Brent Thompson angled for a run in the centre and got it. Looked as though he was certain to score, but Pride of Kellina under hands and heels held off Netcall to score by a neck.
And Pride of Kellina, Highlands pulled it 3 wide to go up and tackle Skytrain and Wild Applause. Netcall going well, looking for the run, he might get it too. Not declared, trying to get up on the inside. Pride of Kellina swept to the lead as they turned for home, but Netcall's out after him from Skytrain, and they're followed by Not Declared, Wild Applause. Pride of Kellina and Netcall settle down to fight it out. The grey Pride of Kellina ahead in front on the outside. He's doing a fraction better than Netcall. Patrick Aloysius riding hands and heels, and he'll win it. Pride of Kellina, a half neck to Netcall. 2 lengths away, third Skytrain from Irish Lord.
I don't know whether I'm correct, but I got the impression that Bill Collins might have backed that winner, ridden by Patrick Aloysius Highland. Seventh event was the Buran Welter, and Exemplify, too strong here for Copper Rocket and Sender Burglar. This is a great struggle between these 3 horses from the home turn.
And they're followed by Find and Exemplify, looking for a split, and they're about 4 or 5 lengths in front of Melvita at the head of the others from Reckon I'm Ready. Into the straight, Sender Burglar about 1.5 lengths still to Copper Rocket. Politico struggling a little from Find. Exemplify pull to the outside. Exemplify out after Sender Burglar and Copper Rocket. They're going to fight it out, the fancied ones. Sender Burglar just in front of Copper Rocket and Exemplify, the 3 of them nearly in line. Exemplify going home a bit the better. Copper Rocket fighting back in the centre. Exemplify is going to win it. Exemplify a half neck to Copper Rocket. A neck away third, Sender Burglar, about 5 lengths then to Find.
The final event was a very keen betting race, but Forked Tongue was one of the best back runners to start 5 to 1. Notice her in the green colours, switched around the leaders just after straightening and comes away in the last 150 metres or so to record quite a convincing win from Stormy Wonder and My Marseillaise.
Second, Greenwich Pike, he's third on the rails, a length turn, the key roses for you. They were followed Gold Privilege and Forked Tongue starting to work forward from Stormy Wonder, Suitably Vague. Then Roulette Star, a length further back Henrietta, and they were followed by Reach for the Moon, a half length to Mapperley Heights. They bunch up a bit now, and Blue Grotto last. On the corner, 450 out, and Hasty Colleen just the leader, tackled by My Marseillaise and Gold Privilege 3 deep. Here's Stormy Wonder with a fast run around them, and Forked Tongue looking for a run from Roses for You, and then Greenwich Pike, and further back is Mapperley Heights. Stormy Wonder raced to the lead with My Marseillaise. Forked Tongue switched to the outsides out after them from Gold Privilege. Mapperley Heights I don't think can win. Forked Tongue getting to the leaders now with 150 to go, has joined Stormy Wonder and My Marseillaise. Forked Tongue has taken the lead out wide, and Forked Tongue's going on to win. Scores about a length on the line. Second placing to Stormy Wonder. My Marseillaise, I think, just got third from Mapperley Heights. Gold.
They were the 8 events from Caulfield yesterday. An excellent meeting there for Oakleigh Plate Day. Look at the treble information now. The double, firstly, 3 and 4 paid $48.70. The treble numbers, 8, 3 and 4 paid $556.40, while the extra double from Caulfield, 1 and 7, the dividend, $12.70. This week in racing we have Eagle Farm meeting on Tuesday, Bundamba on Wednesday, and the Tattersalls meeting next Saturday. Don't forget, nominations close tomorrow for that Tattersalls meeting. It's always a great day, and I'm sure it's going to be another very big crowd there. That's all the racing we have for you today. We'll take a break now in Sports Centre.
Mr. Merrymaker's trapped off the track, and then Haley's Dream. As they come down the side now, 850 metres left to go, and Diggaroo shot through to be the leader, just in advance of Silver Bait. Going up but wide on the track is Crew Air. High and Dry's just behind them on the rails. Eskimo showing a lot of speed in the early stages. He's going up very fast but trapped off the track, and there he goes, is getting up into a prominent spot. Haley's Dream's about 8 wide as they come down the side. Crew Air just inside of Haley's Dream. Then Primera Dama, who's picking up ground in the centre. Nice times of Michelle Sharia, fairway back in the field with Katnos. Rod's Regret has been shuffled right back to about second last, and down towards the rear of the field, Wendy Eliza into the straight, 350 to go. Silver Bait the leader. Here's High and Dry finishing generously on the outside, and Mr. Merrymaker's coming home strongly as well. Rod's Regret is getting a lovely run over near the inside and coming home strongly, and Primera Dama right down the outside. Plenty of chances, 150 metres to go. Primera Dama loomed up to go to the lead from Mr. Merrymaker, then High and Dry, Rod's Regret. Michelle Cherie on the extreme outside is flashing home as Primera Dama in front. They're drawing to the line, they hit it. Primera Dama has just won. Primera Dama first, Michelle Cherie second. Royal Tiffany may have got third, just in front of Nice Times, Crew Air, High and Dry, Mr. Merrymaker.
Good to see Tony Earhart back in the winner's circle again there on Primera Dama after Graham Cook rejected the ride to prefer stablemate Rod's Regret. Second division of the Hall Stakes was the second event yesterday, and it went to Grey Hero. He was awkwardly drawn, but Gavin Birra had him quickly on the move. He shared the lead soon after the start and was just too strong at the finish for At Random, who battled on very well at her first start after a spell. The favourite Regis finished fourth after being given every chance by Mike Pelling.
Going fast, vying for the lead as they run to the first corner with 1,000 metres to go, and Roman Harlequin going up into third place, tackling those leaders now. Cassie's Kid's just off the speed, followed by At Random, who's showing plenty of dash, going through to be about fifth, and then Prince of Ease. Regius is in about 7th place at this stage. Roman Lord next on the outside, a break of 2 lengths to Gwinnett, who picked up ground pretty quickly. Flash Ruler is next on the inside, followed by Grand Number. Lieware's getting a fairway back in the field with Sabre King, Strangeport. Further back then came Westport and Daring Robberies last. Onto the home turn, 450 metres to go. Roman Harlequin on the outside, striding to the lead now. Leads by 3/4 of a length. Grey Hero running second. Stop the traffic third. At Random pull to the outside, running on gamely. Then Cassie's Kid. Regis in about 7th place and hard ridden at the moment. Then Prince of Ease. 250 metres to go. Grey Hero swept to the lead. At Random coming home strongly on the outside. Then Roman Harlequin, followed by Cassie's Kid. Roman Lord down the outside, and Regis can't win. It's Grey Hero in front. He leads by a length. At Random on the outside, trying very hard to get to him, but he's packing too much power, and Grey Hero's too good for At Random as they draw to the line. Grey Hero first, At Random second, Cassie's Kid third, fourth Regis, then Roman Lord, Flash Ruler stop the traffic.
Punters had anxiously awaited the city appearance of the Provincial Star Polished Bronze. It came up in the third event, the Tattersalls Country Cup, but the favourite was most disappointing. He was confidently ridden by Cyril Small, appeared to be travelling well at the home turn, but he compounded over the final 200 metres to miss a place. The race went to Hale Special, who unleashed a powerful sprint in the straight to dash away and score from Pan Gold. Queensland Cup runner-up. He's actually last in the picture there now, just gone out of camera range, and he's still last at the home turn, but somehow manages to get second in an eye-catching performance.
Wunak, who's caught a bit wide at the moment, followed then on the inside by Part-Time Lover, who after beginning well is getting back. Family Venture trapped out a little bit deep and pushing through in the centre there. Grey colours in the early stages. Aeolus is getting back now with Navy Lark. Then Hale Special. Kalani Glove dropping down towards the rear of the field, and Pan Goes 3 lengths off last as they run towards the home turn. 600 metres to go. It's a great battle for early supremacy with the leader, strong leader, just in front of Polished Bronze, the centre. Afro Wunak is going up but very wide on the track. Up in a handy spot too is Caledon. He's just off the speed now. Then Just Blonde on the inside, followed by Oriental Agent, who's looking for the way clear, and then Family Venture. Kalani Glove is starting a long run right down the outside, and then Aeolus. Polished Bronze is scooted to the lead. 2:20 to go. Polished Bronze nicely clear. He kicked away from them. Oriental Agent in second place. Now Kalani Glove is coming home hard on the outside. Hale Special is finishing brilliantly as well, and Just Blonde in the centre. They got to Polished Bronze pretty quickly. Hale Special on the outside loomed up, goes to the lead, and Hale Special's too good as they hit the line. Hale Special is won by G. Pan Gold. Flew home. He's in a photo for second and third. He came from last in that photo as well as Kalani Glove. Aeolus just behind them. Polished.
Pangold's effort was very good, because you might have noticed Graham Cook was having some difficulty getting him to come outside horses in the straight. He changed the whip over to the right hand, and then Pangold really motored home. So I think he might be one to follow over a bit more ground. Fourth event was the Jack Delaney Novice and Dynamic Duffy back in action at Eagle Farm in the city area for the first time yesterday, and he's opened his account after a 6 months break when he scored on Magnifear, and a nice ride it was too to score from Lead Walk and Economy Lass.
Getting up into a good handy spot early, 2 lane down showing a lot of dash in the early stages. But Colburn missed next on the outside of Lead Walk, and then Remember Belgium, Noble Machine on the inside of Still a Secret, and Sail Cliff trapped out deep. A length further back to Rascality, followed then by Economy Lass on the inside. Going forward without authority at Amazing Goals at the rear, coming down the side, 750 metres left to go, and the leader 2 lane downs out a bit wide, but leads by 3/4 of a length. Sparkle Free running second over on the inside, followed by Estelina, who popped off the rails there. She's picking up ground in the centre. Then Magnifear, who's in 4th place as they run onto the corner. Over on the rails as Lead Walk, then Still a Secret. Remember Belgium pulled to the outside. Then Sail Cliff, and further back was Rascality. Into the straight now, 350 metres to go, and the top weight loomed up to go to the lead, Estelina. It's Estelina in front of Sparkle Free. Magnifear on the outside going out after Estelina, followed by Lead Walk, and for Colburn misses coming home strongly. Duffy has taken Magnifear to the lead, and this looks like it's the one for the Duff. It's Magnifear in front, Lead Walk coming home gamely on the outside, but Duffy pulls the whip, and Magnifear's got it won. Magnifear first, Lead Walk second, all flying home for third. Economy Lass, I think, just in front of Colburn missed, then Rascality.
Well, that was the first after a break for Gavin Duffy, but it won't be the last. He'll quickly establish himself, or re-establish himself, in the forefront of Brisbane riders. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and be back to continue our Eagle Farm review after this break.
Is your rusty old gutter...
Jim Atkins and Neil Williams have proven in this season in Brisbane. Another win here with He's a Warrior. Defeating stablemate Sovereign Chief, I thought his effort was very good, and I feel he will improve. 2 horses will clash again in the Burnborough Handicap in 3 weeks, and then head to Sydney for the Doncaster Handicap.
Began nicely. He's running third, followed by Mahismo Bijou, who's caught wide. Northern Beam out a little bit deep in the early stages. He's a Warrior getting back with Sovereign Chief. Then Swerve, Hasty Harry, and Wellington Road drops to the rear. 1,300 metres to go. Carnarvon Bridge put back on the bit, leads by 3/4 of a length on the roughie, Mahismo Bijou. A length and a half away third, Northern Beam settling into the box seat, and then Own Prince, followed by He's a Warrior. Swerve picking up ground on the outside, but caught a little bit deep at the moment, out 3 wide. Then Prize Lady, Wellington Road. Hasty Harry getting back, and now Sovereign Chief drops to the rear. Running onto the bend at the 1,000, and Carnarvon Bridge is doing it pretty easily out in front. He's a length and a half clear of Mahismo Bijou. 2 lengths away third is Northern Beam, followed by Swerve continuing to go forward on the outside. Own Prince on the rails, and then He's a Warrior. A length and a half to Prize Lady, and then Wellington Road. Hasty Harry back last, just behind Sovereign Chief. As they come down the side, 650 metres to go. Carnarvon Bridge the leader, a length in front of Swerve, who's still going forward on the outside, and he's looming up to vie for the lead with Carnarvon Bridge as they run onto the bend. Northern Beam a length and a half away third. He's a Warrior now 4th on the outside. Wellington Road starting a long run right around the field, and then Hasty Harry, Prize Lady. Further back, Sovereign Chief, Own Prince, and Mahismo Bijou. In the straight, 300 metres to go. Swerve swept to the lead on the outside. He got past Carnarvon Bridge pretty easily. He's a Warrior running on gamely now, followed by Northern Beam, then Wellington Road, and Sovereign Chief down the outside. He's a Warrior loomed up to go to the front. Oh yes, he dropped off Swerve pretty quickly, and he's got it won. He's a Warrior with 50 yards to go. He's careering away from them. He's going on to win easily. He's a Warrior first, second Sovereign Chief, third Wellington Road, then Northern Beam. Swerve weakened at the end.
In his current form, He's a Warrior is going to be very hard to beat in that Burnborough Handicap, and also when he does go to Sydney. We'll show you now the slow motion of the about the 300 metres, and you'll notice He's a Warrior produces great acceleration here. There's an incident over closer to the inside running rail, and apprentice Alan Arnold was subsequently suspended until after next Saturday's meeting. So we'll just show you, pick them up in coming towards the 200 metres. That's He's a Warrior in the blue colours. On the outside of Swerve, now you notice Swerve in the black colours move in towards the inside under hard riding, and Northern Beam in the blue and white and red cap, and Carnarvon Bridge are both inconvenienced there. But He's a Warrior. Williams has a look over on the inside and allows the horse to stride back towards the inside running rail, gives him a couple of hard cracks with the whip, and he gets away quickly from Swerve. And Sovereign Chief, under hands and heels riding from Mike Pelling, makes up plenty of ground. And Wellington Road's effort for third, I thought, was very good also, because I do feel Wellington Road is now looking for a longer journey than 1,600 metres. So perhaps now he's going to step up to the staying events. He'll get back into the winning list. The sixth event, was the Sir George Green Memorial Welter, and a good first-up performance here from the 3-year-old Vigo. Very good training performance this too. Horse's first start since October, and he is just a little too quick for draw the line and bold personality. An improved effort from Some Unit, who settles in front and holds on well for fourth.
Settling down, Doubting Heart getting back with the long runner, who's third last, just in advance of Gold Mayo, and Big Fern drops to the rear. Onto the first bend with about 900 metres to go, and Some Unit pulling very hard out in front. He's dashed away from them. Some Unit leads by 2 lengths. Vigo running second. Bold Personality a handy third on the rails, and then Draw the Line, Rapid Time, Doubting Heart. Big Fern now starting a run on the outside, then the long run, and Gold Mayo's at the rear. Coming down the side, 650 left to go. Some Unit 2.5 lengths in front. Vigo second. Bold Personality third. Draw the Line picking up ground quickly on the outside. Then Big Fern, who's starting a run. Rapid Time, Doubting Heart, the long run, and Gold Mayo. Around the home turn, just over 400 metres to go. Some Unit in front as they flatten for the run in. Vigo on the outside, then Bold Personality. Draw the Line now. Pop the Big Question. He's running on fairly well, and then Big Fern and Doubting Heart. 250 out. Vigo loomed up on the outside of Some Unit to poke his nose in front. Draw the Line coming at them on the outside. Bold Personality getting through on the centre. Vigo's just in front. He's gone for the whip on Vigo. Vigo's hanging on just in front of Draw the Line and Bold Personality. They're getting close to home now. Yes, he's too good, Vigo. And Vigo wins it by a length. Draw the Line second. Bold Personality third, and fourth Some Unit.
He looked to be in some trouble just inside the 200 metres there, Vigo, but he showed great courage under hard whip riding from Neil Williams to hold off Draw the Line, who I think is now looking for a longer distance also. Perhaps 1,400 metres or 1,600 metres will suit Draw the Line a little better. Seventh event was the 4X Novice, and Count in Gold. He was awkwardly drawn, but Mike Pelling skillfully manoeuvred him over to be one off the fence after they travelled a couple of hundred metres, and he was too good in the straight for Inner Space, who makes up plenty of ground, and Rich Duke, quite an impressive third from this former Sydney galloper, who has 2,000 metre placings to his credit in the south.
Definitely right, and Rich Duke got away smartly. Count in Gold just behind them. An Art Student caught very wide in the early stages with no halo. Garadunga midfield on the inside of Gastelin, followed then by Grey Galactica, Pop's Pick. Further back was Secret Bay, and then Raheen's Son, who's back about fifth last on the outside of Missile Aspiration. Back third last at this stage is Lime Way, followed by Jet Along and Inner Space at the rear. As they run onto the first bend with about 900 metres to go, Bucknuckle loomed up on the outside to go to the lead from Tiny's Glowed No Halo, a half length away third, and then Cool Me Hot. Rich Duke next on the outside, a length and a half then to Art Student, followed by Count in Gold, the centre. Native Kingdom next on the rails. Further back in the field, Raheen's Son, and then Gastelin picking up ground quickly. Definitely Riders now going forward, then Pop's Pick. Back along the rails, Garadunga. Geez, a long way from the lead, the favourite Garadunga. He's about fifth last on the inside, and then Missile Aspiration. As they come around the home turn, just on 400 metres to go, Bucknuckle loomed up on the outside of Tiny's Glow. There together, with Bucknuckle going to the front now, almost a length in front of Tiny's Glow. No Halo battling on fairly well, then Count in Gold. Where's Garadunga? He's still a fair way back in the field, but picking up ground. 200 metres left to go, and here's Count in Gold coming up strongly on the outside to take the lead now from Bucknuckle, then Tiny's Glow. Rich Duke coming home strongly with Gastelin on the outside, but it's Count in Gold in front, drawing to the line. Inner Space is coming from nowhere. Count in Gold in front as they hit it. He's too good. Count in Gold wins it by a length. Inner Space may have got second, just in front of Rich Duke or Gastelin.
The favourite, Garadunga, pretty disappointing. He was subsequently ordered to undergo a veterinary examination and was swabbed, but Neil Williams, his rider, said he could find nothing amiss with the 3-year-old, and perhaps he needs a little more racing experience. It was a big class rise for him yesterday. We'll show you now the slow motion of the straight, and you'll notice Count in Gold. He sprints quickly to the lead under hard riding from Mike Pelling. That's Rich Duke in the purple colours and the green cap. He battles on well, as does Gastelin in the blinkers on the outside. And the eye-catching run comes from Inner Space, who comes right down the outside in the green colours. He came from near last at the home turn. And Raheen's Son, 3 off the fence. His run was very good first up also, because he was well back and wide most of the way. But good win there to Count in Gold. Pelling keeps him going with the whip, and Inner Space just gets up on the outside to edge out Rich Duke for the second placing. The final event was the Ted Stewart Novice over 2,218 metres, and the third leg of a winning treble here for Neil Williams. He's in great form, riding with plenty of confidence and dash at the moment to score on Brigalow Bill. Red shirt, after being forced wide at the turn, is second. The favourite, Brown Cobbler, was given every chance by Graham Cook, but was particularly disappointing. Might have just had enough racing for the present.
First time Gerald Rhodes going very fast, and he races to the lead now from Brown Cobbler on the outside of Strella Blaze. Tale caught a little bit wide, and then Rabino, Max Illusion, Drury Lass, followed by Lotus Leaf. Brigalow Bill is next on the inside. Count Cavour caught a little bit wide on the turn out of the straight. Bob's Pride going through in the centre. Then Midow's Success, Manawatu getting back to second last, and Red Shirt at the rear. There's not a great deal of speed on as they run up towards the 1600. Herald Road, 3/4 of a length in front of Strella Blaze, who's going keenly on the outside of the leader. A length and a half away third is Brown Cobbler, who's settled beautifully in the box seat, racing outside of Max Illusion, then Rubino. A couple of lengths further back, Tale outside of Drury Lass, then Bob's Pride. Red Shirt now picking up ground, moving past Count Cavour, then Brigalow Bill. Manawatu 2 now starting a run. Then Lotus Leaf, Meadows Success, and Delta Regis is last. 1,300 metres left to go. Herald Road joined by Strella Blaze, who's pulling a head off in second place on the outside. Here's a quick move. Rubino's going up fast on the outside, moving up to tackle those two leaders. Followed by Brown Cobbler, still travelling smoothly in fourth place. Over on the rails, then Max Illusion. One dropped back very sharply there. It was Strella Blaze. She dropped back a couple of lengths, and momentarily one in trouble on the rails, Max Illusion. Red Shirt going forward, then Manawatu 2 on the outside of Drury Lass. Followed then by Bob's Pride. Tale, he dropped back a little bit there. He dropped back a length or so. Followed then by Count Cavour. Brigalow Bill now picking up ground on the outside, then Meadows Success, Delta Regis, and Lotus Leaf. As they come down the side, 650 metres left to go, and the leader, Herald Road, taken on by Rubino on the outside. Now going up 3 horses deep, Brown Cobbler. He's pouring on the pressure now. He's moving up to tackle these leaders. Red Shirt is going up 4 deep as they run onto the bend. Followed then by Brigalow Bill. Back along the inside, Max Illusion, then Bob's Pride. Delta Regis to the extreme outside, running on gamely, and then Manawatu 2. In the straight, 300 metres to go. Red Shirt's taken the lead. Red Shirt clear. He's a length and a half in front of Rubino, and then Brown Cobbler, who's under pressure. Bob's Pride's running on okay, and Brigalow Bill right down the outside, and then Tale. Red Shirt's in front. Red Shirt leads by a length. Brigalow Bill coming home solidly on the outside with Bob's Pride. Red Shirt just in front. Brigalow Bill is swamping in close to the line. He's going to get up, I think. Brigalow Bill, yes, he's too good, and Brigalow Bill's got up to beat Red Shirt. Brigalow Bill first, Red Shirt second, Bob's Pride third, then Tale.
Good performance there from Neil Williams to complete a winning treble. He's got what appears to be an unassailable lead in the premiership table. Just might be a little moment's worry for him with Gavin Duffy back and showing that he's going to be a real force to be contended with. That's the action from Eagle Farm yesterday. We'll be back later in the program to have a look at the Rose Hill and Caulfield meetings and we do have the TAB double and treble information to do. Yes, I was just checking to see if John Ormsby was awake. We've got the double numbers, 8 and 6, paid $72.90. The treble numbers, 5, 8 and 6, paid $1,007.70. And the extra double from Eagle Farm yesterday, 3 and 6, paid $30.70. That's definitely all we have from Eagle Farm yesterday. Got his Golden Slipper chance, a quiet little drink. We'll get onto those a little later. The first event from Rose Hill was the Forget Me Not handicap. It went to Phillip, who's trained by Brian Mayfield Smith, who earlier in the week was announced as the Sydney trainer for Robert Sangster. Winavi, the favourite, had every chance. That's him second on the outside at the turn, but he had no answer to Phillip in the straight.
The corner, Blazing Keel shaken up 3/4 of a length on Winavi, pressuring now. A length the Star Relic, Victory Prince, and then Phillip on the outside. Blazing Keel's history. Winavi strode clear and past the 200. Winavi's a length on Phillip, racing greenly but tackling Winavi. Phillip moved up to Winavi. Winavi's got no answer to Phillip at this stage. Phillip is drawing clear of Winavi, and Phillip on the line by a length to Winavi. Third, Victory Prince.
Winavi, disappointment there, and his Golden Slipper prospects have now slumped. Second event went to Seeker's Gold. You'll notice her in the black and gold colours, about fifth at the home turn, and she's too strong in the straight for Silver Tradition. The Fireman's Ball raced very keenly in the blinkers, shared the lead to the turn, and battled on pretty well for third.
They match strides, 2 lengths on Silver Tradition, pulled away from the rails to tackle the 2 leaders now. And in fourth position, Royal Mirror down past now by Seeker's Gold. At the 300 as they're into the stretch, and here's Silver Tradition after the Fireman's Ball. Walisa gone. Seeker's Gold putting in a claim, and then comes Crosby. The Fireman's Ball headed by Seeker's Gold and Silver Tradition. Grant first to go for the whip on Silver Tradition as Seeker's Gold is going home by far the better. Seeker's Gold is drawing away now from Silver Tradition. Crosby on the outside, and the Fireman's Ball go across for third.
The third event featured the reappearance of Quiet Little Drink. Well, there were conflicting reports on the merit of her win. You judge for yourself. I thought that she didn't have a lot up her sleeve, although Dittman did ease her right on the line. But she will have to improve considerably to win the Slipper. However, you would think there would be a lot of improvement in her, particularly in her condition.
Little Drink in third position as they swing now, and 2 lengths to Halebrook and Lauren's Magic, straightening up, and Dinky Flyer, a length and a half on Quiet Little Drink, pouncing on her quickly. Princess Jacinda battling on, and about 3 lengths then to Halebrook. Quiet Little Drink's rider Dittman had a peep at Quentin on Princess Jacinda. Quiet Little Drink doing better than Princess Jacinda, who's battling on. And then comes on the inside Dinky Flower Tourism and Halebrook. But Quiet Little Drink, she's not going to the line with any great gusto, but she can do no more than win, and that she's done. It's Quiet Little Drink from Princess Jacinda and Tourism, and then Halebrook and Dinky.
I don't know. I don't know that Quiet Little Drink is a champion at this stage anyway. She's certain to improve, though. Fourth event went to Power Symbol. You might remember we highlighted his last start effort when he made up a lot of ground. Yesterday over 1,400 metres, he was never far off the speed, and he was far too classy for Gold's Armour and Liquid Steel, who both battled on pretty well.
Diplomacy on the inside as they start the run around the corner. Gold's Armour behind those Royal Archives and 2 lengths to Surge Rate. Entering the stretch now, and Power Symbol coming after Loader Gold, who's still in front by about a half length, but Power Symbol bridges the gap and has raced to the front at the 220. It's Power Symbol 2 lengths on Liquid Steel setting out after him, but the leader Power Symbol holding Liquid Steel, and then comes Gold's Armour running on. Marshall pulls the whip on Power Symbol. It's 2.5 lengths clear and has a winning break. Gold's Armour and Liquid Steel battle out miners, but Power Symbol's untroubled. Power Symbol from Gold's Armour and Liquid Steel.
Power Symbol now to tackle the top 3-year-old races over the autumn carnival, and certainly going to be a threat in races like the Canterbury Guineas and perhaps the Championship Stakes. Fifth event was the Dominic Byrne handicap, and the leading Sydney bookie Dominic Byrne, as the name of the race suggests, provided some of the prize money here. However, he was left lamenting when the heavily backed favourite, Lord Paddington, vigorously ridden by Mick Dittman, gets the money, backed in from 3s to start 9 to 4, and he has a 2 3/4 lengths margin on the line.
Princess Romilda on the rails, 2.5 to Bogan Rush, Cobbler's Fair, and behind those Splash a Dollar, and then Money Back and Gypsy Miss Stone Motherless. Straightening, Lord Paddington shows out, a length on Just for Tristram, getting clear now. Then Dresden, Princess Romilda, and Magic Max is battling on, approaching the 220, and Dittman riding hard on Lord Paddington. It's a length and a half, Princess Romilda grinding away Just for Tristram, tending to struggle, and the others headed by Magic Max, but Lord Paddington's a mile too good. In fact, he's coming away from Just for Tristram and Princess Romilda.
Sixth event, and been there, the very good 3-year-old was sent out odds on for his return to racing. However, he was no match for Trench Digger over the final part. Trench Digger pretty solidly back to start 6 to 1, but nevertheless a good result for bookies here, with Been There rolled at 5 to 4 on.
They swing the corner, Rom Stiletto. Entering the straight past the 400, March Magic just leading from Been There. In third position, Trench Digger, then comes Manuan at the 250, and Been There joins March Magic, pokes the nose in front. Trench Digger on the outside is running a mighty race. He's had to pull the whip on Been There. Trench Digger on the outside is the danger. Trench Digger raced up to Been There. Race fitness telling here. Trench Digger coming away, and Trench Digger has beaten Been There. Third posse Manuan.
Good effort that from Trench Digger, because he was forced to race wide and was still too strong for the favourite Been There at the finish. Seventh event was the Coogee Bay handicap, and a big tip here was Godarchi. He started at 6 to 1. You'll notice him last in the red cap at the home turn, switched to the outside, and he storms home to, in the end, win by a big space.
On the outside, Jack Frost, and then Lavender Bell, Viva Lure, and Godarchi Stone Motherless. Into the straight at the 400 metres, Royal Canvasser taken on by Bistro Star. Fairy got a length away, 30s under pressure, the favourite, followed then by Yulin Boy spreading into it quickly, and Mogarika likewise. A number of chances, 200 to go, where here Royal Canvassers joined by Bistro Star, Yulin Boy, Peninsula, and Godarchi. Godarchi on the outside gobbles them up, and away he goes. Oh, what a win. Godarchi streaks clear of Peninsula to beat at 2.5 lengths. Third, Yulin.
Won't see many more impressive wins than that by Godarchi. A clear last at the turn, and was actually being eased down on the line to score by more than 2 lengths. Final event, and the punters were successful here with Hawaiian Rain at 10 to 9. She'd been racing consistently on rain-affected tracks, but as Ian Craig mentioned, she relished the firm going yesterday to score easily from Caesar's Right and Mighty Road.
Toll Bar, and then Kingfisher, length Hawaiian Rain, and behind those next is Mighty Road from Lightning Bell and Chulin Joe. Hawaiian Rain now comes at Caesar's Right and Grass Salad at the 200 metres, and Hawaiian Rain hits the lead. She's looking good, and Hawaiian Rain dashed away. She's appreciating the firm going today. Caesar's Right second, followed by Mighty Road and Sealed Treaty flying home, but as they reach the line, an easy win to Hawaiian Rain. Second posse going to Caesar's Right.
Classes above her rivals there, Hawaiian Rain, just under hands and heels riding, and she was much, much too good. We'll look now at the double and treble information from Rose Hill. The double numbers were 6 and 10, and the dividend $45.70, while the treble numbers 7, 6 and 10, a pretty good dividend, that $102.90. That was the Rose Hill meeting from yesterday. We'll have a look at the Caulfield card after this break. This is a very strong finishing burst to swamp the leader Roselle Lady in the final 50 metres. Salinas Love, the favourite, was given every chance. Fourth on the fence at the home turn. It was not good enough in the straight. But Northern Nymph, very strong finish here to score.
The runners Salinas Love and then Northern Nymph making some ground. Roselle Lady led into the straight. Salinas Love's got nowhere to go. Now it's getting out on the outside past the tab. Northern Nymph, Arctic Wolf at the head of the others with Rest Co. It's Roselle Lady in front. Salinas Love trying to peg it back, but Roselle Lady hanging on to the lead. Here's Northern Nymph flashing home on the outside, and Northern Nymph's going to get up and score. Northern Nymph got up and caught Roselle Lady. Now third's very close. Salinas Love the centre.
Second event was the Herald Sprint. Went to Fiesta Star, starting at 12 to 1. He shared the lead to the home turn, exploded away just after straightening, and he easily held off Feeling Fit, who had every chance. Top of the pack, runs on nicely to get third, and I think he might be one to follow. But this is Fiesta Star and the purple colours on the inside.
Link the Bowl Jet, Feeling Fit, looking for a run behind those horses. Then Mr. Zeisel, Albany Bay and Antonite from top of the pack pulled to the outside, but Fiesta Star kicked away. Bowl Jet under the whip. Feeling Fit's got the split, it's the danger. Fiesta Star nicely clear, however, with about 100 to go. From in second placing Feeling Fit, then top of the pack down the outside with Mr. Zeisel. But Fiesta Star goes on to win it, a link to Feeling Fit. A neck away third, top of the pack from Mr. Zeisel. They're followed by No Peer and Antonite.
Third event was the Stanley Plate, and another win to the Jeff Murphy-Darren Gauchi combination when Triflow, solidly back to start 3 to 1, scores here. Nice ride here from Gauchi. Settled Triflow back off the speed, circled the field, and goes away to beat Make Me Famous, David Fordham's horse, and Star of Riviera.
The outside, Make Me Famous looking for a rails run from Triflow, the inside from Irish Lord, War Canoe struggling, and Star of Riviera to the outside. Into the straight they race, and Netcall led a little over a length. Spot on Dennis, the challenge of the outside from Make Me Famous. Triflow running on. Irish Lord is struggling, and out wide Star of Riviera with 200 to go, and Spot on Dennis took the lead from Triflow. Make Me Famous, Star of Riviera out wide, but Triflow's racing away now from Make Me Famous and Star of Riviera, and Triflow goes on to win a length and a half to Make Me Famous. Star of Riviera third in front of Spot on.
Clever ride there from Gauchi to score on Triflow. Fourth event, the Futurity Stakes, was regarded as a match between Red Tempo and Centane. However, halfway down the straight, it looked like the outsider Keepers was going to score when he secured a run over near the inside and was holding on pretty gamely. And right on the line, Red Tempo just nailed him out wide with Centane centimetres away in third place. This is the Futurity Stakes from the start.
Centane and French Current began well over on the inside. Keepers is away pretty well too as they settle down. Cool River up with them, and Honest Promise is going to head them all off. Honest Promise drives around the outside to lead French Current settling down. Centane up a half length away third, and they're followed then by on the inside Cool River. Going around the outside Copper Rocket. Now about 3 lengths away then came Red Tempo on the outside of Keepers. 2 to Binbinger and tailed off Mr. Ironclad. At the 1,000, Honest Promise 2 lengths to French Current, a half Copper Rocket, a length and a quarter Centane dropping in on the rails nicely fourth. Half to Cool River, 2 to Red Tempo and Keepers, 2 to Binbinger and last Mr. Ironclad. Past the 800 and Honest Promise about a half length to French Current. Third Copper Rocket, and on the inside then is Centane. He's moved off the fence, let Keepers get up on his inside. 1 away then Cool River, Red Tempo switched to the inside trying to follow Keepers. 2 to Binbinger and Mr. Ironclad. On the corner, Honest Promise and French Current together. A length and a half Keepers, Centane, Copper Rocket. Red Tempo couldn't get a run. He's pulled 4 deep and then Cool River. In the straight, Honest Promise the leader. Centane's got out. French Current put his head in front for a stride. Red Tempo coming at them. Centane and Red Tempo make their runs together with Keepers on the inside. It's Keepers dashing to the lead. Red Tempo getting him out wide with Centane. The 3 of them in line. Keepers still in front on the inside. Red Tempo grabbing him. It's very close. Keepers all. Red Tempo nearly a dead heat. Centane head away third, then French.
Red Tempo now likely to miss the Newmarket handicap at Flemington and head straight to Sydney, where his missions will be the George Ryder Stakes and also the Doncaster handicap, provided trainer Colin Hayes is satisfied with his treatment in the Doncaster. Fifth event was the Blue Diamond Stakes. We have that from the start. It was an upset result here with Street Cafe, the Sydney youngster, scoring at 40 to 1. You'll notice him in the black colours, out very wide on the track at the start, drew barrier 17, showed blistering speed to get over onto the fence and lead. and just when he was expected to weaken in the straight, he fought on very strongly to hold off Fair Verdict. Slick Draw in the blue colours makes up ground, but some well-backed disappointments in this, in what was a pretty roughly run affair.
Jamaica and Street Cafe out wide on the track, and Silky Rims going fast along the inside. Base Fee was up with them with Wink at Me, Vane Rossi, and then Martek over on the rails. Kentish is in that bunch. They were followed by Coming Closer, and back behind those horses then at the head of the others would be Brave Salute. It's reasonably handily placed at this stage. Slick Draw's running about 10th here, and Spirit of Kingston back behind them, and also Rass Dancer. They're back at the tail, the two fillies. On the turn, 500 out, Street Cafe led Kingston Jamaica. Base Fee, Silky Rim running a big race. Tristolite is there too. Coming Closer, Vane Rossi looking for a run is Slick Draw, badly held up from Martek, also on the rails, Fair Verdict, and then Brave Salute. Spirit of Kingston and Rass Dancer pull to the outside, are back at the tail. Street Cafe led from Base Fee well into the straight now, with Fair Verdict coming at them on the outside. Slick Draw's got out, but they're not going fast enough at the moment, and Fair Verdict's out after Street Cafe, and Slick Draw down the outside. Street Cafe in front, being ridden for dear life. Street Cafe is going to hang on and win, and Brendan's broken back. Street Cafe's won at a neck to Fair Verdict. Slick Draw third from Rass Dancer. Base Fee.
Victory there to Brendan Clements, who only a few months ago retired from race riding, but certainly back in style there to land the Blue Diamond. Sixth event was the Tranquil Star Stakes, and Richebourg, the favourite at 9-4, led throughout. It looked long odds on the runner-up Miss Marcher to score all the way down the straight, but on the lines he just failed to get there. You'll notice Kevin Mitchell just go hands and heels on Miss Marcher. He was obviously certain he had the leader covered, but Richebourg found great courage over the final 200 metres to just hold on.
Marcher's about to come at them over on the outside as they settle for the run home. Richebourg just the leader on the inside. Miss Marcher's out after it on the outside and going well, and then Forked Tongue. It's Richebourg in front, but Miss Marcher's gobbling it up with 100 to go, and Miss Marcher asked for a big effort. Drew level now with Richebourg. Miss Marcher and Richebourg, they hit it together. Oh, well, I think Richebourg's just won this. A nostril to Miss Marcher. Forked Tongue might have been third from Fearburst.
You'd think if you're on Miss Marcher you had the money there, but Richebourg just finding a little too much on the inside. Seventh event was the Carlyon Cup, and Admiral Lincoln, a most improved galloper, another from the Jeff Murphy stable, scores here at 5-1 from What a Nuisance, who makes up plenty of ground late in the race. I thought his effort was good, and Exemplify, who had every chance. Gurner's Lane, a stablemate of the winner, wasn't disgraced to finish sixth.
Poachinella off the fence. They've got away 2 lengths to Gurner's Lane. What a Nuisance around them from New Acton. Further back in the field is Dynamo Mr. Jazz. Admiral Lincoln out very wide's gone quickly to join Exemplify, and they've dashed to the lead as they turn from Poachinella. Exemplify and Admiral Lincoln both under pressure. Admiral Lincoln ahead in front. Poachinella third from What a Nuisance. It's Admiral Lincoln and Exemplify both under the whip having a great battle. Nothing between them. Admiral Lincoln gradually forging to the lead near the line. He's got a head in front, and Admiral Lincoln's coming away to win. What a Nuisance flashed home to get second. Third is Exemplify from Our Shout.
The final event was the Salisbury Welter, and Nearco Fair emerged as a lightweight Australian Cup chance with his victory here at 10-1. You'll notice him get a split one off the inside just after they straightened. It took him a few strides to regain his momentum after being held up for some strides, but he went to the post too well for Loyal and True, and Rare Decision holding down third. But this is Nearco Fair scoring in the final event.
A bit of a snob tackle by out 3 deep, Loyal and True, and in the centre there still is Arctic Thunder. Nearco Fair looking for a run. Time Light, and now Rare Decision to the outside from Lemon Princess. Loyal and True took the lead with 300 to go. From Bit of a Snob, Time Light's a danger with Rare Decision coming at it now, and Lemon Princess the outside. It's Loyal and True, and getting through now Nearco Fair. Nearco Fair's going home better than them all, and Nearco Fair won it by a head to Loyal and True. Rare Decision third. Bit of a Snob.
Now for the double and treble information from Caulfield yesterday, and promise you some highlights after the break. We've got the double numbers, 3 and 11, paid $294.30. The treble from Caulfield, 7, 3 and 11, paid $1,208.90. While the extra double from Caulfield, the numbers there, 6 and 14, paid $65. This week in racing in Brisbane, we've got Doomben meeting on Tuesday, a 9-event card there. Wednesday at Bundamba, always a good midweek fixture up there at Ipswich. And next Saturday, the Coca-Cola Stakes will be a highlight of the Doomben meeting and features the return clash of the very good filly Lady Luster and the Gold Coast colt Alsvid. Well, Ken Hose and David Fordham, known as the Ada and Elsie of the wrestling set, will be here to... The highlight of the day was the win of Pete's Choice in the Coca-Cola Stakes, masterly ride by Mel Shoemaker, and Pete's Choice is now going to head to Sydney and possibly run in the Golden Slipper Stakes. He's not an entrant at this stage, but connections seem seems sure to pay the $15,000 late entry fee to gain him a place in the field in the $400,000 Golden Slipper to be run at Rose Hill next month. First event from Doomben yesterday was the High C Handicap. An upset here with the win of Bucking Rip at 7-1. The 10-9 favourite Clever Me wasn't suited by the dawdling pace Hurley. That's him on the outside in the yellowish colours with the red cap. Neil Williams is trying to get him to settle behind the speed, but no pace on in front with Young Dub leading, and Clever Me really, his chances were just about gone when they turned out of the straight the first time he pulled so fiercely.
Over on the inside then is Ambush, followed by Bucking Rip, and Sharona goes to the rear. Running past the winning post the first time, and the leader here, Young Dub, he's a half length in front. Second on the outside, Clever Me, followed by Ambushed on the inside of Hobbit, and then Bucking Rip. Now, he's not happy with the speed. There he goes. He's letting him slide up on the outside. He's going up 3 and 4 horses deep to tackle the leader, and Sharona now drops to the rear. They run along the Nudgee Road side, 1,400 metres left to go, and Bucking Rip, he's continuing on with that run, and he's dashed away from them. He leads by 3 or 4 lengths now. Clever Me pulling a little bit in second place, a break of 2 lengths to Young Dub, followed then by Hobbit on the outside, and then Ambushed, and last of all is Sharona. Bucking Rip is doing it pretty easily out in front, 1,200 metres left to go. Bucking Rip put back on the bit, leads by 2.5 lengths. In second place, Clever Me, another 2 lengths then to Young Dub, followed by Hobbit. Sharona now picking up ground. She's going forward on the outside, Sharona, and Ambushed is last. 850 metres left to go. Bucking Rip still has this nice lead. He's about 2.5 lengths in front. Clever Me running second. Now Sharona's moved up to be a neck away third on the outside. Then Hobbit. Young Dub back on the rails, and Ambushed a length off last. As they run down the side, 750 metres to go. Bucking Rip, he's coming back to the field. Clever Me's pulling his way up into second place, about a half length off the leader. Then Sharona, who's wide. Ambushed is going up about 4 horses deep. Over on the rails, Young Dub, and Hobbit's last. Only about 3 lengths covering the field. They're running onto the home turn now, 450 metres to go. Bucking Rip just in front. On the outside, Sharona's going up very quickly. Clever Me's in the centre there, and he's ridden along a little bit at this stage. Ambush coming up 4 and 5 horses deep, but after the leaders, Bucking Rip's kicked again as they flatten for the run-in. It's Bucking Rip a length and a half in front. Clever Me can't win. He's under the whip. Sharona on the outside looks the only danger to Bucking Rip, but Bucking Rip is packing plenty of power. He's about a length and a half in front. On the outside, Sharona, then Hobbit trying hard, but Bucking Rip's too good, and that's a pretty good ride too. Bucking Rip goes on to win it by a couple of lengths. Sharona's second, third Hobbit, followed in by Young Dub.
A lot of initiative shown there by Gold Coast apprentice Lane Yeomans to shoot Bucking Rip to the lead on the turnout of the straight, and it was a very smart ride, as Wayne Wilson pointed out. Second event was the Tresca graduation, and Coffs Harbour rider Mick Flick gave his opposition the flick here to chalk up win number 200 on Pulsemaker, who was a little easy in the betting, 3's out to 9 to 2, but he overhauled the leader Cap Breton inside the 200 metres, just a shade too strong. The favourite Brahma Putra, it was well ridden by Gavin Duffy, gave him every chance. He was pretty disappointing to finish 5th.
Pulsemaker getting back to about third last on the outside of Red Shirt, and Sacred drops to the rear. No speed on, coming down the straight the first time, and Cap Breton is just bowling along out in front, leads by a length and a half on Lotus Leaf, then Brahma Putra pulling hard. Minto Success fourth on the inside, Polar Molar still a little bit wide, then Red Shirt, followed by Pulsemaker, and Sacred's 2 lengths off last. They're just cantering as they go to the turn out of the straight. 1,600 metres left to go, and the leader Cap Breton, he's bowling along in front. He's settled quite okay, Cap Breton. He's doing it at his leisure at the moment. He's a length and a half in front of Lotus Leaf, and a similar break then to Brahma Putra, pulling hard on the outside of Minto Success. Then Red Shirt in the centre, Pulsemaker, and Polar Molar 3 wide, and 2 lengths off last is Sacred. Now Cap Breton, he may be trying to pinch it. With about 1,300 metres left to go, Cap Breton has raced away from them. He's 5 lengths in front, Lotus Leaf running second. Brahma Putra is a length away third, then Minto Success fourth on the rails, Pulsemaker, followed by Polar Molar, Red Shirt, and Sacred at the rear. Cap Breton has still got a nice lead. 1,000 metres left to go. Cap Breton 4 lengths in front of Lotus Leaf. 3/4 of a length Brahma Putra, followed by Minto Success, then Pulsemaker. Red Shirt third last on the inside of Polar Molar, and a length and a half off at the rear, Sacred. 850 metres left to go. Cap Breton, he's still got this nice lead. Cap Breton 4 lengths in front. Brahma Putra moving to second on the outside of Lotus Leaf. Then Pulsemaker, Minto Success, Polar Molar, Red Shirt. Last of all is Sacred, coming down the side, 600 metres left to go. Cap Breton 3 lengths in front. Brahma Putra hard ridden now. He's going out after the leader. followed by Latest Leaf on the inside. Pulsemaker picking up ground. Red Shirt now starting his run on the outside of Middow Success, and then Polar Bowler and Sacred. Capraton still clear as they swing around the home turn. 400 metres left to go. Capraton straightens up, 2 in front of Pulsemaker. Brahma Putra in third place, then Red Shirt, Middow Success, Latest Leaf and Polar Molar. 300 metres left to go. Capraton the leader. Here's Pulsemaker with a big run on the outside. He's storming home now. Capraton about to be joined by Pulsemaker. They're clear of Red Shirt and Polar Molar. Pulsemaker loomed up to poke his nose in front. Capraton fighting on as Pulsemaker in front, drawing clear close to home, and Pulsemaker wins it by a long neck. Pulsemaker first, Capraton second, Red Shirt third, then Polar Molar.
Solid effort there by Pulsemaker. Third event was the Perrier Graduation, and Plush Lady, starting at 8-1, overcame some difficulty in running to score nicely here. Shane Scriven handled her very well. She's not an easy mare to ride, and Scriven gave her a good run. Kinchild makes up plenty of territory late to just go under by a nose, and Survivor nose away third. It was a pretty close go, this, and a deceptive finish with Plush Lady just surviving.
Drifting back in the field with Plush Lady, Bold Barger's Kinchild, and Life's Ambitions 3 lengths off last. I'm settling down, 1,000 metres to go. Shant joined by Roman Gamble. Oh, lower Tutty Lad almost fell. He clipped the heels of one in front and almost came down. Dropped back 3 or 4 lengths. Shant a half length in front of Roman Gamble. Survived third on the inside of El Jadadi, and then Fortune Venture. He's a half length away fifth. Glenelga's next on the inside of Bold Barkus. Lower Tutty Lad picking up ground again on the inside of Plush Lady. Then Kinchild and Life's Ambitions last. Shant the leader, 600 metres to go. He kicked away, 2 lengths in front of Survive, who's had the run of the race. Roman Gamble under a bit of pressure in third spot, then Fortune Venture. El Jadadi dropping back. Glenelg gave her on the inside. Plush Lady now starting a run, and then Bold Barkus, Lower Tutty Lad, Life's Ambition, and Kinchild. As they straighten up, 350 metres left to go. Shant the leader, about to be joined by Survive on the outside, who loomed up very quickly to run to the lead. On the outside, Fortune Venture running on gamely, and here's Plush Lady with a good run. Kinchild coming home strongly. Survive's just in front. Fortune Venture trying hard to get to him. Plush Lady on the outside, running down Survive now, and Kinchild on the extreme outside is rocketing home. They're drawing to the line. They hit it. Oh, pretty close. Great three-way go. Plush Lady, I'd say, may have just won from Survive and Kinchild, but gee, there's not much in it.
Scriven kept his cool there at the finish, just kept the mare going hands and heels. He didn't resort to the whip, and she just scraped home by centimetres from Kinchild and further centimetres away to Survive in a great finish. Fourth event was the Phantom Maiden. You'll notice a great finish here by Narrung Star. He looked 10-1 chance with 100 metres to go. He picks up Dusty Summer in the last few bounds and scores by a half neck. And Torvik came to the post generously too to gain third.
Sweet Pen showing plenty of speed. Pushing through in the centre, Headlin getting up into a good spot. Torvik just behind them. Aqua Copper caught wide in the early stages. Followed then by Bogalana. Silver Gain over on the inside. In between horses Enlighten and then Grey Blessing. Spaniato's caught a little bit wide. Folk Magic Bless the Heavens getting back. There's Leah's Love going forward quickly. Narrung Star going right up along the inside to about midfield. Then J. Rass on Samana Long. Calm Gent is getting a long way back in the field. Man of Mystery and Bold Anchor. Folk Magic struck a lot of trouble on the first bend. They're tightly packed as they come down the side, and the leader Sweet Pen just in front of Dusty Summer. Gee, he's done a good job to get Dusty Summer 2 off the rails. In third place, Halls of Paris and Leah's Love continuing that run, going up to fourth. Then Silver Gain, Headlin, Aqua Copper, Narrung Star running about 8th on the inside. Then Torvik Enlighten, followed by Spaniato, Bless the Heavens, Bogalana in the centre. Back along the rails, Grey Blessing, J. Race on, Bold Anchor, Folk Magic, then Samana Long, Man of Mystery second last, and Calm Gent at the rear as they flatten for the run in. 300 metres to go, and Dusty Summer went to the lead on the outside. Dusty Summer got past Sweet Pen. Halls of Paris battling on well, then Silver Gain. Grey Blessing going for a run in the centre. Here's Narrung Star working into the clear, and Torvik right down the outside. Dusty Summer's clear with about 50 yards to go. Narrung Star's flying on the outside. Dusty Summer's just in front. Narrung Star lunging and got it, I think. Narrung Star's got up in the last stride to just beat Dusty Summers, probably won it by a half head, and just behind them Torvik third, followed in by...
Good effort there from Narrung Star, because I feel he will be better suited over a longer distance than 1350 metres. They're the first 4 from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break in Sports Scene and be back to continue our Doomben review the other side of this commercial break. It was the main event, the Coca-Cola Stakes. It went to Pete's Choice. He was a different horse yesterday in the enclosure, in contrast to his previous run in the O'Brien Glass Plate a fortnight ago, and he became very excited in the enclosure and behind the barrier. Yesterday he was more composed, and that was reflected in his performance. He showed the same speed, but he settled better for Mel Shoemaker, and he was just far too strong in the straight for Copenhagen and Michelle Cherie.
Talk the Leg began smartly with Happy Feeling, and Duke's Delight getting up into about 4th spot. Lady Luster began nicely. Golffield is trapped deep. Louise Marie is showing plenty of speed. Talk the Leg now getting back with Prince Strome, My Jar, and Michelle Cherie is at the rear. 850 metres left to go. Louise Marie going fast on the outside, leads by a neck now on Pete's Choice. A length and a half away third. Lady Luster, who's travelling easily on the outside of Copenhagen, then Golffield, Duke's Delight, Happy Feeling. Prince Strome now starting to pick up ground. Grey Hero getting back in the field with Talk the Leg. Then Michelle Cherie and My Jar's last onto the home turn. 450 metres left to go. Pete's Choice with the advantage of the inside, a touch in front of Louise Marie. A length and a half away third, Copenhagen, and then Lady Luster. She looks as though she's hanging a little bit, Lady Luster, followed by Golffield. Prince Strome went very wide on the turn into the straight. Duke's Delight just behind them. Then Grey Hero and Talk the Leg. 250 to go. Pete's Choice the leader. Pete's Choice just in front. Here's Copenhagen coming hard on the outside. Then Louise Marie. Lady Luster can't win, and then Duke's Delight. Pete's Choice in front. He's about a length clear of Copenhagen. Yes, he's got them, Pete's Choice. Pete's Choice coming away from them close to home. Scores easily. Pete's Choice first. Copenhagen second. Tight third. Maybe Michelle Cherie or Prince Strome. Up fairly...
Pretty classy performance there from Pete's Choice. A couple of disappointments, in particular the favourite Lady Luster. She didn't race with the same dash yesterday. Perhaps it was the second run after a break, or perhaps she is looking for a little more ground. And Duke's Delight, another disappointment. She was another having her second start after a spell, and we'll just have to see how they shape next run and see whether they are up to the Sydney Autumn 2-year-old class. This is the final stages. You'll notice Pete's Choice, Shoemaker gives him a couple of hard cracks with the whip as Copenhagen on his outside starts to make ground. But Shoemaker pushed the whip away and just pushes him to the line, hands and heels. You'll notice him shifting away from the inside. I don't think that he was tiring. It was just a little bit of greenness. He was shying away from the winning post there, and in fact he scores with plenty in hand. In the last 50 metres or so, Shoemaker was pretty easy on him. And you'll notice Michelle Cherie and Prince Strome, they're the two out wide, both very good runs, particularly Prince Strome, who was forced wide all the way and actually made the home turn very awkwardly. He's lightly raced, and I think he will improve and soon pick up one of these City 2-year-old races. Sixth event was the Taurina Novice, and a big win here to Ballina Road. He's lightly raced, and I think this 4-year-old has quite a future judging on this performance yesterday. The opposition was moderate, but he certainly scores with plenty in hand from cannon shots and buck knuckle.
Forwards Bridge, he's about midfield on the outside. Cannon Shots getting back. Proud Jim is back third last with Gin Sling and out Tommy. Now unsettling down, and Astro Cobbler's going very fast, 1,000 metres to go. Astro Cobbler kicked away 2 in front of Bucknuckle, getting up into a good spot. Followed by Wendart, who's deep on the outside of Soncourt, King Hunter and Kaoru Lad on the inside. Then Ballina Road, Pops Pig getting back to midfield. Followed by Refreshing Rantine, then Fords Bridge. Gold Signet's a long way back in the field, back about 4th last at the moment. Going up there is Cannon Shots and then Proud Jim. Out Tommy's back second last and Gin Sling at the rear. Coming down the side, Astro Cobbler still nicely clear, 450 to go. He's about 4 lengths in front of Bucknuckle and then Wendart, Soncourt, Ballina Road starting a run, King Hunter, Rantine. Then Cannon Shots, further back Refreshing, Pops Pig, Kaoru Lad and then Gold Signet. As they flatten for the run in, 350 out, Astro Cobbler the leader, but he's coming back to them. He's starting to walk the leader. And here's Ballina Road and Bucknuckle with strong runs on the outside and then Wendart, but Ballina Road dash to the front, 150 to go, and he looks as though he's got it parcelled up. Yes, he has. He's going to win it by 6 lengths. Ballina Road, he's racing right away from them. Cannon Shots is making up a heap of ground at the end, but Ballina Road's far too good, and he bolted in. He killed him, Ballina Road. Cannon Shots second, about 4 lengths away third, maybe Bucknuckle just in front of Rantine. Astro...
Much improved horse, Ballina Road, and a big win there, as you saw, the margin 4 lengths. 7th event was the Sprite Flying, and Conor's Empire chalked up win number 26. He's been a great performer, this country sprinter. He raced outside the leader yesterday, and it doesn't really suit him, so his effort was good to score from Handsome Prince and Rock Show.
Speed, Regal Advice, Connor's Empire and Christian Prince is going up 4 deep to contest the early lead. Then Star of the Night on the outside of Handsome Prince draw the line, King of the Stars. Sunset Affair getting back with Shawana, Rock Show and Concord Stages last. Christian Prince is going very fast at the 850 to lead clearly now. Christian Prince a length and a half in front of Connor's Empire and Lady Nijinsky 3/4 of a length away third. 4th on the rails, Regal Advice and then Handsome Prince draw the line, Star of the Night, King of the Stars. followed by Sunset Affair, Rock Show, Shawana and Concord Stage. Down the side, 600 metres out, Christian Prince just in front of Connor's Empire, Lady Nijinsky third, Regal Advice fourth and fifth, Handsome Prince. Then draw the line, Sunset Affair now starting a run up on the outside, then Rock Show, King of the Stars, followed by Star of the Night, Shawana and Concord Stage. Around the home turn, 350 metres to go, Connor's Empire swept to the lead. Connor's Empire got past Christian Prince, Lady Nijinsky battling on well. Regal Advice coming through on the centre, a bit of a bumping duel going on, he got chopped out. Handsome Prince is coming home gamely, and then Star of the Night. Connor's Empire in front, 150 to go. Handsome Prince trying hard to pick him up. The big weight difference is telling, and Connor's Empire is too good for Handsome Prince. Connor's Empire won it by 3/4 of a length. Handsome Prince second. Rock Show, I think he flew to get third. Then draw the line.
The eye-catching run, of course, from the third place, get a Rock Show. It looks as though he's coming up very well this campaign. We'll show you now the slow motion in the straight, and you'll notice that traffic jam just behind the leader, Connor's Empire, about the 250 metres mark. Now, at this stage, it's Connor's Empire going past Christian Prince. That's Regal Advice in the whitish colours with the orange cap. On his outside is the grey Handsome Prince, and behind them is Draw the Line. Now, it gets a bit tight here as the tiring Christian Prince wobbles off the inside rail, comes out and just bumps Regal Advice, who cannons into Handsome Prince and rebounds back towards Christian Prince, and behind them Draw the Line cops the backwash of that trouble. At that stage, I don't think either Regal Advice or Draw the Line were going well enough to peg back the leader, Connor's Empire, but certainly it put them out of the race at a crucial stage. You'll speed up now as Connor's Empire holds Handsome Prince, and down the outside in the blue colours comes Rock Show. And over a little bit more ground next start, Rock Show will be very hard to hold out. But very good effort there by Connor's Empire, just the same, with win number 26. And it doesn't matter where you win them, it's a very big tally of wins. The final event was the Kirk's graduation. Went to the favourite, Royal Opinion. Another win here to Neil Williams, who rode the favourite perfectly to defeat Ripper Risk, who was slowly away, but had a nice run throughout the race, and Sovereign River running on for third.
Yara's showing plenty of dash now. He missed the start badly, but he's gone through to be running about third. On settling down as they run onto the first bend, and Carnarvon Bridge pulling hard leads the way. He's a length and a half in front of Yara, or so he says, settling third on the inside of Dancer Man, then Royal Opinion, Lauderdale, followed by Charles Hydesick. He's midfield on the rails. Ripper Risk inner space. Sovereign River, Hasty Harry getting back, and Bold Chapel's last. 1,000 metres left to go. This leader still going very keenly out in front. He's pulling hard, Carnarvon Bridge. He's a length and a half clear of Yara, or so he says, a length and a half away third, and ahead then to Dancing Man, followed by Royal Opinion, Charles Hydesick on the rails, and caught a little bit wide, Lauderdale. Further back, inner space on the inside of Ripper Risk, and then Sovereign River, Hasty Harry and Bold Chapel. As they come down the side, 700 metres to go. Carnarvon Bridge about to be joined by Yara in the centre, and also he says going up three deep. Dancing Man running fourth, then Royal Opinion, who's just off the speed, and a lovely posse as they come to the corner. Over on the rails, Charles Hydesick, followed by Ripper Risk, and then inner space and Sovereign River. As they run onto the home turn, 400 metres left to go. Carnarvon Bridge taken on by Yara the centre, or so he says going up three deep. Dancing Man four deep, and now coming across the heels of those leaders is Royal Opinion. He's coming into it with a big run on the extreme outside. Dancing Man sprinted to the front, 200 metres to go, but here's Royal Opinion on the outside. He's flying home, Royal Opinion. He loomed up to Dancing Man. Williams pulls a whip on the favourite, and he's got it. Royal Opinion's too good. Ripper Risk rattling home at the end, but Royal Opinion's too good for Ripper Risk and wins by about 3/4 of a length. I think Sovereign River got third. Dancing Man weakened.
Very honest three-year-old Royal Opinion, regardless of track or distance, he always runs well. Ripper Risk did well to get second after blowing the start, and we're going to show you the slow motion in the straight. You'll notice a couple of good runs here, both Hasty Harry in the black cap just behind that wall of horses, and inner space in the green over on the fence behind them. Both of them unable to secure a clear run as they're about the 150 metre mark. Graham Island on inner space is restraining his mount at this stage. He's got nowhere to go, and Ron Goltz on Hasty Harry much the same. Out wide, it's one from the outside. Royal Opinion scoring from Ripper Risk right on the outside, and that's Sovereign River slicing through on the red. And look back, just going out of camera range is inner space. Graham Island unable to secure a run at any stage in the straight, so I think they're worth another chance, both inner space and Hasty Harry. We'll have a look now at the double and treble information from Doomben yesterday. Firstly, the double numbers 8 and 7 paid $37.50. The treble combinations 6, 8 and 7 paid $272.30. And the extra double from Doomben 10 and 9, that's the Gold Coast pair, Ballina Road and Royal Opinion, paid $14.50. That was our review of the Doom, but from about the 800 metres. That's her coming to the outside now, and she responds to great whip riding from Brent Thompson to score.
3 deep, and they were followed 2 lengths further back then by Mapperley Heights. He's gone for the whip on it. It's starting to stretch out. With 300 to go now, and Watching and Fork Tongue reached the lead. Mapperley Heights is under the whip, 2 lengths away, is struggling. Fork Tongue in front at the 200 from Watching. Mapperley Heights, he's throwing everything at it. It's gradually making ground now. It might outstay them. Mapperley Heights getting now to the leaders. It's Watching and Mapperley Heights goes home best. Wins a half length. Boy, 5 to 1 on. Watching second, Fork Tongue battled on third, and then Night.
Good filly, Mapperley Heights, just the same, although she had to struggle there to score at 7 to 2 on her SP. The Breeders' Plate, 1400 metres was next, and went to Irradiate, who was easy in the market, 5 to 2 out to 9 to 2. But scores from Lover Kiss, who made a sharp burst after they straightened and looked certain to score, but Irradiate went to the post too generously.
The rails behind them, and at the 400, Lover Kiss swept past Base Fee to take the lead. Irradiate's out after it. They're followed by Silky Rim and Centauria running on fairly, followed by Coogee with a strong run from the rear. Lover Kiss clear at the 200, coming at it on the outside. Irradiate, Base Fee coming again, and then Centauria. Irradiate got to the lead with 100 to go from Lover Kiss, and Centauria the outside, but Irradiate's doing better on the line, and Irradiate's going to score about a length to Lover Kiss. Third, she's got Class a half head in front of Centauria from Base Fee.
Brent Thompson's army of followers were well pleased with that result, Irradiate scoring, but they played up their winnings on River Crossing in the 4th event, which was the Creswick Stakes. River Crossing shared the lead, making the home turn, but compounded in the straight, and the joint leader, Not Declared, comes away to give the Jeff Murphy stable another win, starting at 7 to 2. Another win to Darren Gouchy also. Not Declared scoring from Make Me Famous. Once again, David Fordham's horse, not good enough.
Arlington Sandfly last. They flatten out for the run home. River Crossing and Not Declared both got good holds on them. They're together, a length and a half to Make Me Famous, and on the inside, War Canoe from Spot On Dennis and Star of Riviera. Not Declared has taken the lead from River Crossing. It's gone. Spot On Dennis and Make Me Famous running on, but Not Declared has bolted with 200 to go. He's run away lengths in front now from Make Me Famous, Spot On Dennis, and River Crossing. He's not much good, and Not Declared kept going a length and a half in front near the line, and he'll win. Not Declared, a length and a half, Make Me Famous, 2.5 lengths, Spot On Dennis, then War Canoe.
5th event was the Newmarket Handicap, the big one. Always a spectacular sight as the big field charges down the Flemington Straight 6. And the horses who went to the outside appeared to have an advantage yesterday in the straight races. And the winner was Heron Bridge, starting at 33 to 1, who scores from Novell Star. Both of those came down the outside. And River Rough, the 5 to 1 favourite, over on the inside. He's a model of consistency, River Rough. And he ran another courageous race.
He's a Haze over there on the inside, going up towards the leading division. Harpagus out in the centre, and there's about 10 of them come to the outside now. And Flash Doll would be the leader over there with Nouvelle Star and Mr. Magic showing a lot of speed. Sculptor there. Then Torbeck and Worth just behind them with Manuan and Heron Bridge on the extreme outside. He's a Haze just led from River Rough on the flat side. They're about a length in front of the crossing at the 800. They were followed by Cardinals, Fury and Ideal Planet, and then came Razor Sharp, Fiesta Star, Royal Regatta. Back behind them is Like a Planet, and then Harpagus under the whip making ground from Bow Mistress and Centane. Out at top post behind them, out on the outside, Nouvelle Stars hit the front there from Worth, Flash Doll and Heron Bridge. They're in front on the outside. Nouvelle Star in front, Heron Bridge coming at it, and Flash Doll battling on with River Rough on the fence. Nouvelle Star in front out wide with Heron Bridge. River Rough on the rails, they're fighting it out. Heron Bridge takes the lead, it'll win the Newmarket. Heron Bridge a half length to Nouvelle Star. River Rough third, first and second down the outside.
Yes, first and second were down the outside, and same result in the next event, which was the Dalgety Stakes for the 2-year-olds, the straight 1,000 metres, with Vain Display just defeating Mistral Flyer. You'll notice Mistral Flyer appears a little lost. He's only a lightly raced youngster. That's him inside, going inside the leader on the outside section of the track, and he appears to be a bit strange in the going there, and the winner, Vain Display, has the fence to follow.
Out in the centre, Princess Bravara, gap to Star of Silver, further back Pavarino, Glenferrie Flyer, and then came only for Brandy. Vain Display's in front of Mistral Flyer down the grandstand side, and as a race down with about 250 metres to go, County has got the upper hand from Tennessee Bell. Here's Luscadoo out of the pack, and Vain Display right down the outside. It's County over on the flat side, and the grandstand side is Vain Display. County the flat side, Vain Display and Mistral Flyer in the centre. Oh, they're across the track with Mistral Flyer rattling home in the centre. It might have got up. Mistral Flyer might have beaten either Vain Display against the outside fence, and County over against the flat side rail.
He's sure to soon make amends, Mistral Flyer, particularly over a little bit more ground. 1,000 metres yesterday seemed a shade short. The 7th event was the Tresiddy Stakes, and Kellina Queen starting at 7 to 1. She shoots clear in the straight and was never really threatened over the final stages to score from Walk With Me, and Sweet and Fast makes up good ground late in the race.
They're followed by Lemon Princess. Selena's Love pulled to the outside from Sweet Gem. Then further back was Arctic Wolf down the outside, running on fairly well, Kellina Queen. They're followed by Quiet Conversation and Sweet and Fast from a fair way back, 300 to go, and the leader getting tired, Vatican Lass. Kellina Queen has got to it quickly on the outside. Kellina Queen has now taken the lead and kicked away from Sweet and Fast, getting to second, coming after it from Selena's Love, but at the 150 and Kellina Queen over a length and a half in front of Sweet and Fast, and Walk With Me from a mile back, but Kellina Queen in front of Sweet and Fast and Walk With Me, and Kellina Queen's going to get the money by a length to Walk With Me, a half away third, Sweet and Fast, a gap to Sweet.
Final event was the ACI Handicap over 1,600 metres, and Pochinella and Beerwagon were the leading pair from the middle stages, and they had the finish all to themselves, with Pochinella drawing away to score by a neck on the line from Beerwagon. That's Pochinella over on the inside and Beerwagon racing outside, and in the straight these two had a tremendous war.
Pochinella, Beerwagon, Mevron Boy, then Malvita from Beach Boy, and further back Vivacity getting out but hard at it at the 200 metre mark, and Beerwagon got its head in front, Pochinella fighting on, Malvita further out and down the outside, then Vivacity. It's Beerwagon, Pochinella going stride for stride from Malvita, then Vivacity and Folkland. Pochinella on the inside, just in front of Beerwagon. Pochinella the leader from Beerwagon. Pochinella's hanging on, it wins. Pochinella a long head to Beerwagon, a length and a half. Third is Folkland from Malvita. Vivacity.
They were the 8 events from the Flemington card yesterday. Look now at the double and treble information. The double, 5 and 6, paid $526.60. The treble, a big dividend here, 4, 5 and 6, paid $2,916.70. And the extra double from Flemington, 2 and 3, paid $54.10. This week in Brisbane racing, we have Eagle Farm meeting, of course, tomorrow to coincide with the big Australian Cup program at Flemington. On Wednesday, we go to Doomben, Thursday, Bundamba, and back to Eagle Farm next Saturday. So it's going to be a very busy schedule this week. We'll take a...
From Neil Williams, who's leading the premiership at the moment. Bart did phone me with all the information this morning before he kindly flitted away for his quiet afternoon down at the Black.
It's nice when guys can get time off like this, isn't it? Like we're working all day and
tough life they lead, these racing riders.
And he's down there drinking and eating. Good man. We'll have to give him some next week, Patrick, I think.
Okay, racing at Eagle Farm yesterday, as David mentioned, a top treble to young Shane Scriven, a good riding performance, and also a double to Bill Goodwin. So some good riding performances at Eagle Farm yesterday, and some pretty good performances by a couple of the horses too. We'll bring them up for you now. Here's the first, Prince Frolic, the winner here, and well back this horse, 16s into 8s. Good effort for the colt after being checked soon after the start, slowly away, but weaved home over the final 200 metres to get up. Rocky Recall was the 9 to 2 favourite, got a long way back, ran wide and finished third.
Peden over near the inside, showing plenty of dash as well, and then Crew Air, Arch Sovereign, followed by Rocky Recall. Show Mahal getting a long way back in the field in company there with Prince Frolic. Miss Teven is out very wide, and Plaza Prince is a long last. Running onto the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Stop the traffic with the advantage of the inside, leads narrowly. He's about a long neck in front of Primera Dama. Tajik in third place. Then get to the point. Bowl Celtic and Sapeden just behind them. Peggy Miss pulled to the outside, and Cooper Queen is now running on gamely with Crew Air. Stop the traffic, still the leader. 200 metres to go. He's clear. He's a length and a half in front of Primera Dama, who's under the whip. Arch Sovereign's getting a run on the inside. There's not much room there. Oh, by gee, he got chopped out. Here's Prince Frolic rattling home on the outside. He's moved to them, Prince Frolic, and he's going to win it. Prince Frolic's got up in the last couple of bounds to win. Crew Air flew with Rocky Record on the outside and stopped the traffic. Stopped very quickly. Arch Sovereign had
We're going to race 2 now, and King Ruffle, the winner here, the 9 to 5 to 2 equal favourite. Won it by 2 lengths, and was a top front-running performance by this horse, which is part owned by Rails bookie Brian Kelly. This was the first of the Shane Scriven treble. Flighty Joe, the other 5 to 2 equal favourite, was very disappointing in this race after being pretty well backed.
Very fast on the outside, and also showing a lot of dashes, King Ruffle. Now on settling down, it's exclusively yours, and King Ruffle vying for the lead. Oriental Agent a length and a half away, third on the outside of Seahound, followed by Prince of Petey's getting up into a good spot, running on the outside of Madge Wildfire, and then Civic Centre. Further back in the field is Delve on the rails, and then Flighty Joe, and making ground but caught wide George's World. He's a good man next on the inside, and then Moon Angel, Sky Gleam, Halls of Paris a fair way back with Thracian as they come around the home turn. Now 400 metres left to go, exclusively yours on the outside, vying for the lead with King Ruffle. Consul. They're nicely clear of Oriental Agent in third place. Seahound fourth over on the inside. Where's the favourite, Flighty Joe? He's running about seventh on the outside, starting to pick up ground, but giving these leaders a long start. 200 metres to go. King Ruffle fought back. He's just in front. He got away from Exclusively Yours, followed by Oriental Agent and then Flighty Joe, but it's all King Ruffle in the run to the post, and King Ruffle's going on to win it easily. King Ruffle first, Exclusively Yours second, third Oriental Agent.
Hanson Man wins the third, 10's out to 12, one of the outsiders. Ridden further back than normal, but finished on to get up by a short head in this race. The 11-4 favourite, Hasty Harry, was again disappointing, but did strike trouble in the straight, and it's understood he will still be set for the Toowoomba Cup, Hasty Harry.
Very fast running to the lead by the time they get up to the 1600, and it's Art Student crossing onto the rails to be a length in front of Polar Mola, and Verminos is pulling hard in third place, then Prince Consul Valorous, followed by Charles Hyde Seek, and then Frosty's Pick on the outside, and Roanoke Lad going fast up into about fifth place, but trapped wide. Over on the rails, Sovereign River, a length and a half into Count in Gold, and then Hasty Harry. He's back fourth last, Hasty Harry, with Dancing Man, then across and Jet Along's last. 1,200 metres left to go, and Art Student has got them right back on the steer out in front, and they're just cantering along at the moment. Polar Mola, who's moved up on the outside to join Art Student, and they're going along stride for stride. Verminos is a length and a half away third on the inside of Prince Consul, and then Valorous. He's about fifth on the outside, Valorous, followed by Charles Hyde Sick and then Sovereign River. Roanoke Lad has gone up very quickly on the outside, but he's still trapped off the track. He's up in about fourth place on the outside of a couple. Sovereign River midfield on the outside of Hasty Harry. Count in Gold is now starting a quick burst on the outside. Then Dancing Man across and Jet Along still last. No speed on at the 600 with the leader Polar Mola. He's striding to the lead now. Polar Mola kicked away from Art Student to lead by almost a length. In third place Prince Consul. Just behind them Roanoke Lad coming around the outside. Frosty's Pick with a big run. Verminos is caught in behind a wall of horses. Over on the inside Jet Along picking up good ground. Valorous hooked to the extreme outside is running on gamely, and further back came Count in Gold. 250 metres to go. Polar Mola tackled by Prince Consul. Frosty's Pick. Valorous is coming up four deep, and he's taken the lead. Count in Gold coming home strongly, and Dancing Man right down the outside. Valorous, Count in Gold and Dancing Man, they're locked together. The three of them are going stride for stride to the line. They hit it all close. Dancing Man or Valorous, and a nose away third, Count in Gold, then Verminos.
Pretty well picked by Rain Wilson too. Dancing Man getting the money. This is the fourth. Northern Beam the winner here after Northern Beam and Gaucho cleared away from the field in the middle stages of this event. And there were some punters at the course who were critical of the way the jockeys handled the other runners, letting these two horses, Northern Beam and Gaucho, get right away in the early stages. There was some consolation with Northern Beam's win for trainer Doug Begore, who of course had Strawberry Road engaged in the big one in Sydney yesterday, but Strawberry Road finished up out of a place, so Begore did get some consolation. Sovereign Chief, the 2-1 favourite. The race didn't suit, and it's likely that he still will go to Sydney for a campaign.
100 metres left to go, just a bit more than that, and it's Gaucho striding to the lead now. It's Gaucho 2 lengths in front of Northern Beam. 15 lengths further back in third place is Prize Lady. A length then to Own Prince, followed by Amaretto, and then Sovereign Chief and Wellington Road at the rear. As they run towards the bend, 1,100 metres to go, and Gaucho's nicely clear. He's raced away from them. He's 4 lengths in front. Northern Beam running second. A break of 12 lengths to Prize Lady on the inside of Own Prince, then Amaretto. Wellington Road now starting a run, and Sovereign Chief's at the rear of the field, and he must be 25 to 30 lengths from the leader. Coming down the side now. They've got 750 metres left to go, and it's Gaucho the leader. He's way out in front, Gaucho. He leads by 6 lengths. Northern Beam running second. 8 lengths further back in third spot. Prize Lady on the inside of Own Prince, then Amaretto, Wellington Road, and Sovereign Chief is last of all. Coming around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Gaucho will straighten up a length and a half in front of Northern Beam, who's working out after the leader, gamely on the outside. There's 6 lengths in front of Amaretto, Own Prince, and then Prize Lady, Wellington Road, and Sovereign Chief. 250 metres to go. Northern Beam loomed up on the outside. He's hit the lead. It's Northern Beam getting away from Gaucho. He's a length and a half in front. Own Prince, Amaretto making up plenty of ground. Then Sovereign Chief and Wellington Road. Northern Beam in front. He's starting to stop. Own Prince is trying hard to get to him. I think he's going to have too big a break up his sleeve. He's in front, drawing to the line, and he's won it. Northern Beam's won it all right. Northern Beam first, Own Prince second, Amaretto third.
There's the first half of the program from Eagle Farm yesterday. We'll take a break and be back with the remainder of the Eagle Farm events.
There's only one kind of football.
Vigo getting the money, but ironically, Andretti was beaten by Vigo in the very last stride of this event. Of course, Andretti is trained by Neil Williams' master, Alan Bailey. It was interesting that the false rail was out 3 metres for this race, so the distance was increased from 1,300 to 1,310, and that certainly was the difference on the line, because Vigo only got up in the last stride. And Vigo will now be set for a winter campaign, probably the Power Quality's first start.
Andretti's doing it pretty easily out in front, leads by a length and a half on Christian Prince, and some unit trap right off the track. Fourth on the inside is Handsome Prince, and then Bold Personality draw the line, Todd Minor. Vigo's getting back past midfield now. He's back about 8th on the inside, Vigo, and then Silver Hastings, Sunset of Fair Dream, Silver and Smiler Kyle. 600 metres left to go. Andretti's clear, a length and a half on some unit. Handsome Prince is ridden along in third place on the inside of Christian Prince, and then Bold Personality. Todd Minor coming to the outside, draw the line just behind them, and Vigo's looking everywhere for a run. There's a wall of horses in front of him at the moment. 350 metres left to go. Andretti's nicely clear. Andretti's 2 lengths in front. Handsome Prince in second spot. Getting up along the inside, Vigo, but he's hard ridden. Bold Personality, draw the line, both running on gamely, and then Todd Minor. Andretti's still the leader. He's starting to get a little bit tired now. Vigo's working out after him, and then Handsome Prince, he's hanging on. Andretti, he's still a length in front. I think he's going to see it out. Vigo's lunging at him close to home. They're drawing to it. Oh, they hit it. Nothing in it at all. Vigo really
we head on to race 6 now, an Amazing Goal, the winner here. Drifted from 14s out to 16 to 1, so the bookies did have some joy yesterday afternoon. Top finish too, Amazing Goal beating Killarney Glove by a long neck, getting a big inside run, Amazing Goal. Our Rosalie, the 7-4 favourite, was disappointing after being second around the home turn.
Serene Delight immediately drops to the rear. Plenty of pace on. Bless My Roses looming up on the outside to go to the lead now from Our Rosalie. A length and a half away third, Noble Machine on the outside of Cool Me Hot, and Lee Walk pushing through in the centre going to fifth. And then Who's Calling on the outside of Killarney Glove, then Economy Lass, Amazing Goal getting back with Winsome Girl, and driving to the rear of the field is Serene Delight coming down the side now. 800 metres left to go, and Bless My Rose is going very fast out in front and races away to be 2.5 lengths clear of Our Rosalie and Cool Me Hot, then Noble Machine, followed by Who's Calling pushing through in the centre over on the inside, Killarney Glove. A length further back then to Lee Walk, followed by Economy Lass, Amazing Gold, and then Winsome Girl and Serene Delight is last. As they swing around the home turn, 400 metres left to go. Bless My Rose a length in front of Our Rosalie as they flatten for the run in. Call Me Hot in third place. Amazing Gold is getting a lovely run up on the inside. Now trying to shoulder away clear. She came out and she cannoned into Our Rosalie. Meantime, Killarney Glove loomed up on the outside, and going with her is Who's Calling. Lee Walk coming into it with a fair run on the outside, and then Winsome Girl. Plenty of chances. 100 metres to go. Amazing Gold got the run on the inside. She's burst through to Poconos in front. On the outside, Who's Calling and rattling home Winsome Girl. Killarney Glove still there. They hit it. Amazing Gold. Amazing Gold's just won it from a great three-way go. Killarney Glove, Who's Calling and Winsome Girl. Then Lee Walk.
Good tight finish to race 6. On to race 7 now, and Little Pete, another outsider, starting at 14 to 1, getting the money. It's 110. This was his 10th win from 25 starts, but it was finally a breakthrough for in the city. First win in the city to Little Pete. Second leg of the double for young Billy Goodwin, so pretty good riding performance by him yesterday. Drifting Dame was the 2 to 1 favourite. Really no excuses for Drifting Dame.
In the early stages with Navy Luck, Hail Special dropping to the rear just behind Life's Ambition and Salzburg. 800 metres to go as they come down the side now, and the leader Claudella, she's going a bit keenly in front, leads by a neck on Little Pete. Flicker of Hope out 3 deep, going up to tackle those leaders. Gay Step as smooth as satin, just off the speed. Over on the inside is Drifting Dame, and there's one going up fast out wide. It's Montpellier Prince Santier picking up ground, and then Foothold on the inside. Then Todd Victory, Swift Colour, Life's Ambition, Salzburg a fair way back as they flatten for the run in, and Hail Special is last. 350 metres left to go, and Little Claudella about to be joined by Little Pete on the outside, and they're just matching it at the moment. In third place, Flicker of Hope, Drifting Dame trying to work clear. Santier down the outside, finishing gamely. Then Foothold and Navy Lark. Claudella and Little Pete, with Little Pete poking his nose in front close to home. He's starting to edge away from them, Little Pete. And Little Pete's too good in the run to the line. Little Pete first. Second, Claudella. Third, Flicker of Hope. Then Navy Lark, Life's Ambition. The
last race of the day, one here by Cafe Call, starting at 11 to 2. Pretty wide open betting race, this one. Cafe Call only jumped fairly. Got a good run in the middle stages and stormed home. Shane Scriven's third leg of a winning treble for Scriven yesterday. Still a Secret was the 9 to 2 favourite, but was really never in this event.
In front of Still a Secret. In third place on the outside is Fro Roder, and Rascality's going up fast towards that leading bunch, and then Soul Planet Cafe Call Without Authority, followed by Brightly Coloured Wingfell Star. Munduma getting back to second last, and Nearco's at the rear. Coming down the side now, 800 metres left to go, and the leader, it's Estelina. She's put back on the bit to lead by a length and a half. Estelina a length and a half in front of Rascality, Still a Secret a length away third, and then Fro Road a Cafe Call, followed by Without Authority on the inside of Brightly Coloured, who's going forward on the outside. She's picking up ground. Munduma got back to second last, and Nearco's at the rear. Onto the home turn now with 450 metres to go. Estelina will straighten up a length and a half clear. She's kicked away as they flatten for the run in Estelina. She's 2.5 lengths in front now. Rascality running second, then Fro Road, Still a Secret to the outside, and then Cafe Call, Soul Planet. Wingfell Star coming through in the centre, then Without Authority and Munduma. He's pulled the whip on the top weight. Estelina's in front, but she's stopping. Rascality and Wingfell Star swamping her. Here's Cafe Call. Munduma's getting a run. Fro Road, have a look at this for a go. They're drawing to the line. Cafe Call on the outside, I think's the one. Yes, Cafe Call, I'd say, is just beaten Munduma, but it's close. In third place, either Rascality or Wingfell Star.
And pretty well called by Wayne Wilson there to get Cafe Call up. Okay, let's go on to the doubles and trebles now from Eagle Farm yesterday. They come. The Eagle Farm treble, 8, 8 and 4, the winning combination there of $838.10. The double combination, 8 and 4, has paid $65.90. At the coast yesterday, the venue for Australia's richest race on the day. Despite all the stars appearing down south, the Gold Coast stole the limelight with the running of the Golden Nugget Stakes, which is a 2-year-old event in the state. And the king of the Gold Coast, Kenny Russell, top jockey down there, got Golffield home, the Rockhampton Sprinter at 10-1, and a new race record time of 1 minute 11:01. Russell, his third victory in this event.
Well in front of Secure Bell, and then Golffield and Silver Sister. Snowcap midfield when they settle down with Finito Star, and then Mona Star. Louise Marie, Noble Roman, Singing Tune back second last, and Copper Flyer immediately dropped out to the tail. Els Report in front at the 800-metre mark and leads by 2 lengths to Elsvid, with Bond Princess a half length away third. One Finito Star on the outside of Quistador, who's on the rail. A great piece of riding by Harris. A length and a half to Golffield, also on the fence, and then Noble Roman followed by C. Rio. Copper Flyer set alight on the outside of Mona Star. Secure Bell caught in the ruck. 2 lengths away Louise Marie, followed by Singing Tune, then Snowcap, Silver Sister second last, and Colebrook's broken down at the tail. Els Report turns the corner at the 300. He leads by 2 lengths over Elsvid. Then Golffield on the outside and Quistador. Els Report in front, 200 to go. Elsvid, Golffield and Quistador are trying to reach him. Els Report is walking. Golffield's gobbling him up. It's Russell again. Golffield and Els Report. Golffield put his head in front as there no stopping Russell. And Golffield wins. Golffield first, Els Report second, Quistador third.
It certainly doesn't appear that there's any stopping Russell. As I mentioned, the third time he's won that event in 5 years, the $150,000 Golden Nugget Stakes. A great win to the Rockhampton Sprinter yesterday, Golffield. Okay, that wraps up our review of Brisbane and Gold Coast racing from yesterday. We'll take a break in sports. Sentence winners, only a neck and a long neck in it, but this was a class record time of 2:17 flat. The 13th to 4 favourite Princess Ramilda finished 5th.
Corner here at the 400 metres by about 2 lengths on Princess Ramilda. Going after him quickly in third place and getting out now is Just for Tristram, and then Jack Frost into the open. 200 left to gallop. Anguria battling on stoutly, leads 2 lengths Princess Ramilda. Jack Frost is coming into it now, followed by Just for Tristram. It's Guria the leader. Jack Frost on the outside, starting to get him with Just for Tristram. It's Jack Frost grabbing Guria. Just for Tristram won't match Jack Frost, and Jack...
The Bart Cummins trained Power Symbol, an even money favourite, was the winner of the second. Beat Bistro Star by a short neck, but Power Symbol seems set to run away with it midway through the straight. Bistro Star fought on very well. It gives Power Symbol 3 wins and 3 placings from 8 starts for better than $30,000 in stake money.
And Kinzan in the stretch, 200 left to gallop, and Bistro Star taking on in earnest by Power Symbol. In third position, Dream in Vain. Power Symbol draws level with Bistro Star, 2 clear on Dream in Vain. Power Symbol having a struggle to get away from Bistro Star, but he's doing too well, and the favourite gets home narrowly. Power Symbol, a long hit on the line.
Princess Jacinta, the winner of race 3, and another one of Ron Quinton's victors for the afternoon. 13-8 second favourite, Princess Jacinta. Won by only a long neck, but again it was another class record to Quinton. 1:12.30, so as I mentioned earlier, the record book's being rewritten yesterday at Warwick Farm.
And then comes Pashenka's Gem and Regal Saga. In the stretch, Set Magic and Princess Jacinta just lead Giostra. Pashenka's Gem trying to weave between them, and behind those next is Tristram's Rose. At the 150, Giostra having a crack at Princess Jacinta. Pashenka's Gem getting out, but Princess Jacinta's hanging on, and Princess Jacinta's just going to beat Giostra. It's Princess Jacinta, a neck to Giostra.
The fourth was the $25,000 Liverpool City Cup and Seeker's Gold after a long run of outs. Now a 6-year-old Seeker's Gold showed its best form and it was a 3-year-old. Got the money here, 5-1. The American bred mare ridden by Neville Voigt finally, as I mentioned, found top form. There were some big bets landed on this horse, 13,500 to 3,000 and 10,000 to 2,000. Seeker's Gold won it pretty well too.
Last around the corner, and the leader is Purpose by a length. Secret Romance coming up very quickly on the outside. Dashing Vagabond is third, and then comes March Magic. At a length, the Seeker's Gold and Young Blood on the outside. Purpose grabbed by Secret Romance, but Seeker's Gold has overhauled them in the twinkling of an eye, and Seeker's Gold racing away from Secret Romance and Young Blood, and Seeker's Gold right back to a top form.
Now here's the big one of the afternoon, the Chipping Norton Stakes with Emancipation, the even money favourite. Beat the fast finishing Tressaro, and have a look at Tressaro on the inside, the way it finishes. Won by only a short head, Emancipation, but shows it's the best mare in Australia at the moment. Mr McGinty third, Strawberry Road weakened a little bit to finish fifth I should say. Equal course record, this one 135.7, another Ron Quinton winner, and the 16th win for Emancipation from 22 starts.
Heads the others on the swing for home. Mr McGinty is battling on stylishly. He's about 3/4 of a length on Kiamare. Emancipation would need to get a move on, followed by Hi-Hi, and then Strawberry Road starting to wind up. Mr McGinty, 200 to go, the leader, followed by Kiamare. Emancipation putting her mind to the job now. She's finishing quickly, the mare. She overhauls Mr McGinty, rocketing home as Tressaro, but it's Emancipation. Emancipation has just beaten Tressaro.
And Emancipation and the great colt Sir Dapper will clash next in the Rider Stakes on April 7. This is race 6. Winner here, Victory Prince, starting at 9-1. And yet another class record. 1:11.7 the time. Beat the 2-1 favourite Phillip by 3/4 of a length.
The big field is swinging now, and Victory Prince being taken on for the lead by Phillip. In third position comes on the inside Vari's Ace. Fleming is struggling, and then Silver Reward and Wonderful Beat. But Victory Prince is fighting on with great tenacity. Victory Prince, 100 to go, a length and a half on Phillip, who's running greenly. A good gap then to Oxbury Way, but it's going to be Victory Prince untroubled. And Victory Prince on the lines, 3/4 to Phillip.
Race 7 went to Lacaziere with Ron Quinton aboard. Yet again, this gave Quinton 4 winners for the day. 8-1, outpaced her more fancied stablemate Sabre Dancer with a scintillating finish. And that gave trainer Neville Begg a winning treble. So a big day for Begg and Quinton. Race 3 wide most of the way to Lacaziere, so it was a good win. Eastern Temple finished third, and will be good AJC Oaks potential, that horse.
It sailed to glory, being taken on quickly by Sabre Dancer. Overworked third, and then Sunita on the rails, and one Lacaziere, followed by Eastern Temple, hooking out inside the 200. Sabre Dancer shot past Sail to Glory, but Sabre Dancer's stablemate Lacaziere goes after it to take the lead. Eastern Temple running on, but Lacaziere's going home too well for Sabre Dancer and Eastern Temple.
And some joy for the punters in the last race of the day at Warwick Farm yesterday. Market Report, the 9-4 equal favourite, beat the other 9-4 equal favourite Sprightly Night by 2 3/4 lengths.
Challenge now, a minute away, third Crown and Anchor, and then comes Germanic at the 150, and Market Report is fighting on. He's got Sprightly Night licked, I feel. A good margin, Germanic on the outside from I Like Roses, but Market Report's untroubled in the drive down to the line. Market Report 2.5.
Okay, let's have a look now at the double and treble information from Warwick Farm yesterday. Got that coming up for you, we hope. There we go. 11-11-1. The treble, $121.20. 11-1. The double, $24.60. With Emancipation in the middle leg, providing plenty of joy for punters there. Okay, we'll take a break in Sports Penny Edition. Let's go straight into race 1. The winner here, Coast Guard. The bookies got away to a good start for the afternoon. 16-1 Coast Guard. Beat Rapilco by a long neck and a good finish. 2-1 Rapilco. Tequila, the even money favourite, finished 5th.
1.5 to Rapelco and 2 to Bounty Hustler, Katie's Boy. Coming to the 100, and Coast Guard holding the lead from Rapelco, who can't pick him back at the moment. It's still Coast Guard in front, and in this leisurely run race, he's going to outsprint them. And Coast Guard wins at a long neck to Rapelco, 3 lengths away, maybe Katie.
Another all-the-way winner in race 2, County, starting at 7-4 on and favourite, owned by Bert Newton. Should be a name well known to most TV watchers. I don't know what station he works for. Won it by 4 lengths, and a canter was never in doubt, beating Cutton.
From Lemon Bitter, now he lets County go, and it strides away as effortless as you'd like. County, without any trouble, wins by 4 lengths. Second placing goes to Cutton, and a couple of lengths away third. Seaspring, I think, might have just got up and beat Billowing for third.
Well, it was really a day for the all-the-way winners. Wonder Twig winning the third. The Preston handicap over 1,200 metres. Wonder Twig jumped well and was never really troubled to win it pretty easily, and well back Wonder Twig too, starting at 2s, getting out to 9 to 4, but then being back late, starting at 7 to 4.
Behind them then came Petite Lorenzo, and no confusion from Calling Katie. Wonder Twig straightened up 2 lengths in front. Calling Katie's coming home pretty well on the outside. It's Wonder Twig in front, drifting off the track, and it's going to win. Calling Katie has to change course, but it made no difference to the result. Wonder Twig, a length and a quarter, Calling Katie.
Race 4 went to the very consistent Segovian rhythm, starting at 5 to 4, so the punters were on the mark after that slow start with Coast Guard. Pretty good performance by Segovian Rhythm too, storming home, winding up around about the 300 metres mark. A good courageous effort to beat Secunda.
Segovian Rhythm shot a couple in front from Highmont. Secunda starting to run on fairly from Mighty Avenger and Sky Train, but Segovian Rhythm's going to canter down to the line and win. Goes to the line to win 2.5 lengths to Secunda. Getting up for third, Sky Train, Highmont Week in fourth, then Mighty Avenger and Law.
As I mentioned, the punters right on the mark. Penny Edition. This is the big one, the Alistair Clark Stakes, I should say, over 1,600 metres, starting at 2 to 1, and really never leaving the issue in doubt. And the pink colours right on the outside. Penny Edition running away from over the final stages. Mr. Ironclad, who finished second, wasn't a bad performance.
Corner, 400 to go. Mr. Ironclad got to third, but Penny Edition looks to me to be cantering. He's got French Current's Measure, I think, and then 2 lengths Exemplify Mr. Ironclad, but Penny Edition, Pay went for home. The top weight shot away 2 in front into the straight from Mr. Ironclad, and another favourite's home. Penny Edition kept going, strolls home in the Alistair Clark, wins by more than 2 lengths to Mr. Ironclad, and nose away French Current third from Exemplify.
Wide open betting race to 6, the Lindemans handicap over 1,600 metres, and Beach Boy getting the money here because it was the race for lady riders, and Julie Leach on the Perth horse getting the money, coming home from 7th, around the 400 metres, grabbed the lead and stayed that way, starting at 9 to 2, Beach Boy.
Beautifully at this stage for Julie Leach. Julie might have the key to this old gay deceiver. Beach Boy shot 2 lengths in front of Shillelagh Echo, Tilapia, Sky Castle, Bean Jolie, and further back in the field then is Lavard, but it's in the straight. The girl having a look over her shoulder. She wants to keep the elbow going because he knows lots of tricks. She will. Julie Leach punches Beach Boy out, and he'll go on and win by 1.5 lengths to Shillelagh Echo. Close for third, Corribo along the rails, and wider out Lavard.
And a great thrill for Julie Leach in race 6 yesterday, the ladies' race, the Lindemans handicap. Race 7, the Diamond Jubilee Stakes over 1,600 metres. Good performance here by Special to Me, who dashed to the lead around the home turn. And again, the issue was never really in doubt. Special to Me, too good for the field, starting at 4 to 1.
2 in front around the corner from Entrancing Walk With Me, and then Madanot as they turn for home. Special to Me with a big lead of 3 lengths. Walk With Me, the danger out wide. So Special to Me, 2.5 in front of Walk With Me, who's not making enough ground at the moment. Special to Me clear, and it's going to win. Special to Me goes on to win. Fair Consul's flashing up and might get second. Close, no, Walk With Me second, a nose in front of Fair Consul. 4 lengths away.
And after that first event, the punters really couldn't put a foot wrong. The TAA handicap, the last of the day, race 8, passed the baton, starting at 5 to 2, and very, very well back, firming from 9 to 2, getting out a little bit to 5s, but then late in the piece, heavily back to start at 5 to 2, past the baton, and grabbed these leaders, as you'll see, with ridiculous ease under a heavy hold, and past the baton, running away from them over the final stages in the last of the day at Moonee Valley.
Fairly well, but past the baton's going easily. Then Dash Away and Noble Falcon, but past the baton, coasted into the straight, led 2 or 3 lengths, has it all parcelled up. In second place, Lord Mop, Noble Falcon, and then Dash Away, and past the baton goes on to score comfortably by 2.5 lengths to Lord Mop. 4 lengths away third, Noble Falcon from Dash Away. A Gap Arctic Eclipse, Miss Centimore.
So a horror day for the bookmakers yesterday at Moonee Valley. Let's now check the TAB information on that meeting with the double and treble coming up for you. The 2, 1 and 7 were the treble numbers for $68.50. 1 and 7 the double, $44.30. The extra double for Beach Boy 1 past the baton is paid $29.60.
Another 2 lengths to Bush Soul, then Foreign Interest, Plush Lady, Concord Stage, McCabe, and Sharwan is 5 lengths last. Coming down the side, 600 metres to go. Some unit a length and a half in front of Showjoy on the inside of Ramses. In 4th place, Plush Lady going up quickly on the outside of Bush Soul. Foreign Interest is next on the rails, covered by Concord Stage. Dropping out second last, McCabe, and Sharwan is last on the bend, 400 metres out. Some unit unit, a length and a half clear of Show Joy and Plush Lady now third. Foreign Interest is going for a run on the inside. He's picking up ground now. Then Ramsey's Bush Sold, Concord Stage and Shawana. Some unit in front, 250 to go. Plush Lady's a bit of a danger on the outside. Foreign Interest is coming through in the centre, and then Show Joy. Bush Sold down the outside with Concord Stage. Plush Lady's in front. Foreign Interest is coming at Plush Lady. Plush Lady about a neck in front of Foreign Interest. Yes, she's too good, Plush Lady. Plush Lady first. Plush Lady has beaten Foreign Interest with some unit third. Then Concord.
Courageous effort there from Plush Lady to land the flying handicap. Fourth event was the Comic Court graduation. There was a sensation at the start with the late withdrawals here of Drifting Dame and Miss Moray. Reduced the field to 6, and Magnifear, that's here in the blue colours. Gavin Duffy had it quickly on the move and settled second and was too strong in the straight.
Sandier now drifting back along the rails to be fourth, then Granite Princess, and Pacific Plum immediately goes to the rear. Unsettling down, Claudella's the leader, a half length in front of Magnifear, and Champagne Kate a length and a half away third. Sandier fourth, then Granite Princess, and Pacific Plum's a length off last. 800 metres left to go. Claudella's doing it pretty easily at the moment, 3/4 of a length on Magnifear, and then Champagne Kate, Sandier picking up ground near the inside. Then Granite Princess and Pacific Plum, only 3 or 4 lengths covering the field as they run down the side, 550 out. Claudella about a neck in front of Magnifear, and now Champagne Kate starting her run. She's going up 3 and 4 horses wide. Then Sandier, Granite Princess and Pacific Plum is pushing through in the centre. Running onto the home turn with about 350 metres to go. Magnifear got past Claudella, but Champagne Kate is having a crack at Magnifear now. Pacific Plum hooked to the outside, running on gamely. Then Sandier, Claudella dropped back along the rails, and then Granite Princess. 200 metres to go. Magnifear's kicked again on the inside. Duffy's gone for the whip. She's about a length and a half in front of Champagne Kate and Pacific Plum, but this looks as though it's a double for Duffy. Yes, Magnifear is going to be too good in the run home, and Magnifear goes on to win by 2 lengths. Pacific Plum second, Champagne Kate ahead away third.
As I said earlier, it completed a winning double for Gavin Duffy. I'm just going to show you the slow motion here. And perhaps this is a new Gavin Duffy. He's been back about 3 weeks after a 6-month suspension, and he doesn't seem to be resorting to the whip quite as much. And I think it's a more polished rider we're seeing now. You'll notice Duffy in the blue colours over on the inside. He goes for the whip on Magnifear. 1, 2, then he just shakes at the filly, or the mare rather, over the final stage, and just a hit every few strides. Whereas previously, we had seen Duffy very, very vigorous with the whip, but he now seems to be just keeping the mounts going, and I think he's a better rider for that. And certainly his battles with Neil Williams in the coming months of this season and during the rest of the year are going to be a real highlight of Brisbane racing. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back to have a look at races 5 to 8 from Doomben. Into outstanding trainer Jim Atkins and great rider Neil Williams. What a great combination these two have proven over the last 12 months in Brisbane. He's a Warrior was beautifully ridden by Williams. He settled third, and he was much too good for his stablemate Rock Show at the weights yesterday on these heavy conditions. But Rock Show's effort was very good to get second.
Goes to the rear, running onto the first bend, 1,400 metres to go. There looks to be a bit of speed on Christian Prince and Del Dier. They're cutting at one another at the moment. They're 4 lengths clear of He's a Warrior. Another 2 lengths to Cusack, then Gujarat Rock Show. Smiler Kyle still caught wide and ambushed as last. Christian Prince is striding to the lead, 1,200 metres out. Christian Prince leads by 2 lengths on Del Dier, 2.5 to He's a Warrior. Another 3 lengths Cusack, followed by Gujarat, then Smiler Kyle. Rock Show second last on the rails, and a length off last ambushed. 850 metres out in the lead of Christian Prince. He's clear, 2 in front of Del Dier. Another 2 lengths then to He's a Warrior, followed by Cusack, Gujarat, Rock Show. Then Smiler Kyle and ambushed as last. No change in the order as they come down the side. 650 to go. Christian Prince a half length in front of Del Dier, who popped off the rails. He's up tackling the leader now. He's a Warrior, the favourite, going easily in third place. Another length and a half to Cusack. Rock Show now picking up ground. Then Gujarat. Smiler Kyle's dropped out last as they come onto the home turn just behind ambush. As they run onto the bend now, 400 metres to go. Del Dier loomed up quickly to go to the lead. Del Dier about a length in front of He's a Warrior, who's coming home quickly on the outside. He's popped in the big question now, and it's the favourite going to the lead. Here's Rock Show running on gamely. Del Dier boxing on well, then Cusack and ambush, but He's a Warrior's clear, 150 out. He's 2 in front of Rock Show, Del Dier and ambush, and it's all He's a Warrior. In fact, he's sprinting away from them close to home, and He's a Warrior's going on to win easily. He's a Warrior first, second Rock Show, third ambushed, and fourth Del Dier.
Quinella there too, Jim Atkins, and he's going to take both those horses, He's a Warrior and Rock Show South, as well as stablemate Sovereign Chief, so it could be a big order for the Atkins stable. Sixth event was the first Peter Pan novice, and 10 in a row, 10 out of 10 to no involvement, the Rockhampton 4-year-old. And I thought it was a classy performance here under 57 kilos to defeat Cannon Shots.
No involvement, showing plenty of speed. He's going up to vie for the lead with Conor's Hope and a Gleam in the early stages. It's no involvement, out a little bit deep, but running to the lead now. He leads by almost a neck on a Gleam with Conor's Hope a length away third. Fourth man on the spot on the outside, then Hamilton Lad playing Claude the centre. Echoes next on the inside, then Cannon Shot, Super Tack getting back with Plain Nonsense, who's second last, and Pops Pig at the rear. 800 metres left to go, and the leader, it's a Gleam. He shot through with the advantage of the inside to be almost a length in front of no involvement. Connor's Hope a half length away third on the inside, then Man on the Spot, Hamilton Lad, Echoes playing Claude. Further back, Pops Pick, and then Cannon Shots, Plain Nonsense, and last of all is Super Tack. Coming down the side, 600 metres out, a Gleam a length in front of no involvement on the outside of Connor's Hope. Hamilton Lad fourth, covering Man on the Spot, then Cannon Shots, playing Claude Echoes, then Pops Pick, Plain Nonsense, and Super Tack last. Onto the home turn, 400 metres left to go. A Gleam leads by 3/4 of a length on no involvement, who's popped the big question now. Cannon Shots is coming home strongly on the outside, then Connor's Hope, Man on the Spot, Hamilton Lad, and further back playing Claude. No involvement, loomed up to go to the lead, 200 metres out. He's about a neck in front of Cannon Shots, who's a bit of a danger on the outside. It's no involvement in front. Now he goes for the weep on the top weight. He's holding Cannon Shots, no involvement. He's done it again. That's 10. And it's no involvement, the winner. No involvement first, Cannon Shot second, tight for third, Man on the Spot or a Gleam.
Class performance there from no involvement to make it 10 out of 10. We'll show you now the slow motion. You'll notice no involvement. He's had to do a little bit of work outside the leader under 57 kilos, and look, long odds on Cannon Shots on the outside in the red cap to nail him inside the 200 metres. Gary Evans goes for the whip on no involvement, and the 4-year-old really answers despite his big weight, and he comfortably holds off Cannon Shots. It's the first time he's really been put under extreme pressure, and I like the way no involvement answered the call there from Evans. He's going to be set for the Rockhampton Newmarket to be run in Rockhampton in June, and perhaps then go through the north to the Cleveland Bay in Townsville. But I think we're going to see him again in Brisbane later in the year, and he looks a horse who's going to make it right to the top, no involvement. Connections have already refused offers up to $50,000, and they've got their heart set on winning that Rocky Newmarket. Seventh event was the Max Muffler's graduation. An underrated filly, Amazing Gold, scores here from Ripper Risk and Inner Space, who both had every chance.
Showing speed with Phil Sind and Scrappy Sally in the early stages. Lower Tully Lad began okay. He's running up into about third place as they go to the first bend. Jungle Jiver getting back. Royal Opinion second last in the early stages, and now Tommy drops out last. Heading into the back now, 13.50 to go. Scrappy Sally's gone to the lead. Scrappy Sally a length and a half in front of Guinness, pulling hard in second place. 2 lengths then to Lower Tully Lad, another 2 to Ripper Risk on the outside of Power Shaft. Followed by Phil Sind, Inner Space trap wide, 3 deep at the moment. Amazing Gold is over on the inside, and then Test Ruler, Disco Chief out, Tommy Royal Opinion and Jungle Jiver. As they run up towards the 8.50 now, Scrappy Sally going pretty quickly out in front. She's clear, 2.5 lengths in front of Guinness, another 3 lengths to Lower Tully Lad, 2 to Ripper Risk on the outside of Power Shaft, and then Inner Space. Phil Cinder's next on the rails, then Amazing Gold, Test Ruler. Royal Opinion starting to pick up ground, but by gee, he's a long way off the leader. Out Tommy next on the inside, and then Disco Chief and Jungle Jiver's last. Coming down the side, 500 metres to go. Scrappy Sally, 3/4 of a length in front of Guinness. They're starting to close on this leader. Lower Tully Lad third, and Ripper Risk is looking pretty good in fourth place. Then I'm Inner Space on the outside, followed by Power Shaft and then Amazing Gold. And Royal Opinion is still giving them about 8 lengths as they flatten for the run-in. Guinness loomed up to go to the lead from Scrappy Sally, but here's Ripper Risk and Inner Space on the outside. Amazing Gold is coming home hard, and then Lower Tully Lad and Royal Opinion. Ripper Risk is in front, 150 to go. Amazing Gold's the danger on the outside, going out after Ripper Risk. Amazing Gold and Ripper Risk, with Amazing Gold taking the lead close to home, drawing clear and wins it well. And it's Amazing Gold getting up to beat Ripper Risk. Inner Space third, then Royal Opinion.
Amazing Gold now to be set for the Guineas, Queensland Guineas, and the Queensland Oaks at Eagle Farm in May and June. Eighth event was the second Peter Pan novice. A lot of money here to say Gavin Duffy could land a treble on Principal Asset, but Neil Williams and Soncor were just a little too strong at the finish. That's Soncor in the black and white, settling fifth. Black and white colours in front of her is Principal Asset. That's third with the red cap. Gavin Duffy giving the favourite every chance.
Gold has dropped out last. Now on settling down with 1,000 metres to go. And Fully Imported raced away, a length and a half clear of Principal Asset, now second and pulling a little bit. Buck Knuckle third on the outside of Rogo Prince, then Soncor, Lord Hussar, Luck Jays as one. wide. Latin Myth next on the inside. A couple of lengths to Missile Aspiration, and Pangold now starting his run. As they come down the side, 7.50 to go. Fully Imported the leader. He's 2 lengths in front of Principal Asset. Buckknuckles neck away third and going forward, followed by Rogo Prince and then Soncor Lord Hussar. Further back, Luck Jay's Latin Myth and then Pangold, and Missile Aspiration is last. Onto the home turn, 450 metres out. And it's Fully Imported, 3/4 of a length in front of Bucknuckle, who's a bit wide on the turn into the straight. Principal Asset in third place and hard ridden, followed by Soncor, Rogo Prince, Lord Hussar. Further back, Pangold and Latin Myth, well in the straight now. And the leader, Fully Imported, Principal Asset going up to him on the outside. Bucknuckle's way out in the middle of the track. Then Soncor coming through in the centre. Further back, Lord Hussar, Principal Asset in front. He's under a bit of pressure now. Soncor's loomed up on the outside, and they're going to fight it out with Soncor going to the lead. And he's racing away from the favourite close to home, Soncor. Soncor's going on to win it easily. Soncor first, Principal Asset second. Third home, Bucknuckle just in front of Lord Hussar.
Double there to Neil Williams and trainer Jim Atkins with the victory of Soncor. Look now at the double and treble information from Doomben yesterday. The double numbers were 6 and 4, paid $42.40. The treble numbers 11, 6 and 4, paid $371.90. And the extra double from Doomben, the numbers 1 and 3, paid $40.20. We'll be back a little later in the program to have a look at the Flemington races yesterday. And the track was good. Opening event was the Noble Law Steeple and Stop and Think, the 25 to 1 chance. He didn't stop and think. He led throughout and scores easily from Wainui and Waikato King.
Out very wide, Lord Shiner from Gentle Claude, Waikato King and Budapest putting in his claim. Stop and Think the leader into the straight with 1 to jump, about 1.5 lengths to Wainui. 2 lengths Lord Shiner, Gentle Claude, and then Budapest, who was checked from Waikato King. Coming down to the last, Stop and Think out about 2.5 in front. Might be a boil over in the steeple. He jumped it beautifully from Wainui. Then Lord Shiner under the whip and Gentle Claude, and there followed by Waikato King. Budapest can't run on, but Stop and Think's got this well and truly won at this stage. He's going along with the job very well, and as they head down towards the line, Stop and Think about 4 lengths in front. Bolt has won the steeplechase, and down he goes. Stop and Think 4 lengths to Wainui. About 6 lengths away third was Waikato King.
One more like a favourite, not 25 to 1 chance there, Stop and Think. Second event was the Witty handicap, went to Gold Privilege. Well back early, he's the chestnut who comes down the centre of the track, just hands and heels. He gets to the lead about 150 metres out and defeats Plush Princess, who was pretty gallant in defeat.
Giving chase now. Then Pearl Queen struggling. Gold Privilege starting to run on very well. Snow Bloom looks beaten. Knight's Choice in front with Gold Privilege, Plus Princess and My Marseillaise joining at a line of 4. Gold Privilege took the lead out wide. About a neck to My Marseillaise and Plush Princess, and the little boy keeping it going. Gold Privilege about a neck in front end will go on and win. Gold Privilege a half length to Plush Princess. Close for third, nearly a dead heat, Pearl Queen and My Marseillaise.
Another rank outsider successful in the third event, which was the Robertson handicap, with the win here of Finito at 100 to 1, defeating Cookie. They're over on the inside section of the track, and that's Finito going up 3 off the inside.
And on the flat side, Cookie under the whip, but Finito with a strong run. It's raced up to join the inside division, including Crackling, Cool and Cookie, and Factual now, and on the outside coming home very strongly at this stage of the race. Factual in front, but over on the flat side now it's Finito and Cookie together. They hit it and Finito's won it. A half head to Cookie. Third, Crackling, Cool.
Fourth event was the Duke of Norfolk Stakes, and a very promising stayer here in What a Nuisance. You'll notice him in the breastplate. He makes a very quick surge about the 300 metre mark to take the lead. Past the baton, was inclined to hang in, but the favourite What a Nuisance was clearly too good on the day.
Now he calls on What a Nuisance. Kintervalley at the 400 led Gaudiamus, but What a Nuisance comes at them quickly now, and he's grabbed them in a stride. Past the baton's running on well. They'll get the Quinella. What a Nuisance shot clear at the 300. 3 lengths in front. Past the baton going up into second place from Gaudiamus and Kintervalley. But What a Nuisance well clear. Past the baton starting to rattle home now, and he's been in trouble. But What a Nuisance will hold on and win. And What a Nuisance goes down to the line to win by about 1.25 lengths to pass the baton. Might have been stiff. Gaudiamus 3 lengths away third from Kintervalley.
Decisive win there to What a Nuisance. He looks set to go on his winning way. Fifth event was the Gold Stakes, and Showmaran came with a very big finish, lime green colours, gets to the lead about 200 metres, and it was too strong at the finish for Skytrain.
Eased off the fence at the head of the others, and then came Arctic Wolf. Fiesta Star having a battle with Sender Burglar, and Skytrain, the outsiders, grabbed them both. Showmaran's coming at them very quickly though, and Showmaran cantered to the leaders at the 100 metre mark, and he's starting to race away from Skytrain and Fiesta Star, and Showmaran's going to go on and win by about 1.5 lengths Skytrain. 2 lengths away third, Fiesta Star from Beerwag and Grape.
The Gibson Carmichael was the next event, one of the features of the day. Heavily backed Lord of Camelot, ridden by Darren Gouchy, gets the money here, 3s into 2s. We'll show you a slow motion incident after the finish of this race.
And then Seaspring the outside from National Gallery. Johnny in front with about 300 to go. Here are the challengers, Lord of Camelot and Wentworth coming after it strongly on the outside. Blazing Devil running on, but a fair way back. Lord of Camelot strides to the lead with 200 to go. Race is clear now, and Lord of Camelot's going to street them. Goes on to win easily. Hanging on for second, Johnny from Wentworth, and Blazing Devil flying when it's all over, fourth. They're followed by...
Very comfortable win there to Lord of Camelot, but unfortunately Darren Gouchy, who was booked to come to Queensland on Thursday to ride in the 4X handicap meeting at Toowoomba, has been charged with careless riding. The suspension hasn't been announced. That will be done on Wednesday by the stewards. We'll show you the incident just after they straighten. You'll notice Gouchy in the orange colours on Lord of Camelot. He shifts away from the inside and cannons into another couple of runners. He's running about 6th or 7th, and you'll notice him just ease Lord of Camelot round the heels of a couple of runners in front, and he comes in contact with the horse in the blue colours with the white cap and the blaze. You'll notice Lord of Camelot on an angle there, about 3 away from the inside rail, and those 2 horses on his outside both suffer interference. Now he's into the clear Gouchy on Lord of Camelot, and from that stage on he was clearly too good. But that is the incident which stewards have charged Gouchy with careless riding. So that's bad luck for the Toowoomba Turf Club officials if Gouchy is suspended and has to miss the 4X meeting on Thursday, because he would have been one of the real draw cards there. 7th event was the Bradfield Handicap. In a great finish here, Vivacity scrapes along the inside to defeat Millawar and Astralin. Astralin's rider, Paul Alderman, was subsequently suspended for 3 months for improper riding at the finish.
Affinity coming at them, and Astralin plugging on. Vivacity now getting a rails run. Just a Dash is not in the race. It's Astralin finishing fast to get a split. If he gets it, he'll win. Vivacity took the lead. Astralin getting through to tackle Vivacity. Vivacity just in front. Millawar and Astralin grabbing it on the line. The 3 of them hit it close. Vivacity's lasted. Vivacity lasted with that dream run on the fence and has won it a short half head, or a half head, I'd say, to either.
Couldn't notice on the side on film there, but on the head on Alderman obviously had hampered the rider Barrett on the second horse Millawar, and the stewards deemed it improper riding and suspended him for 3 months. So that's quite a blow. He's going to miss the Brisbane Winter Carnival, the early part anyway, because he was likely to come north with some of the stable runners. The final event from Flemington was the McDougall Handicap, and Winter in the slot. A powerful win this. He showed great speed and very strong at the finish.
Have to Reptus out after him from Tide Turns and Barnstorming. In the slot in front, he's holding Reptus at bay. Reptus trying hard and Barnstorming coming at them, but in the slot's going to win. In the slot goes on to score by about a length, close for the minors. Barnstorming's nearly got second, I think, a nose in front of Reptus from Royal Campbell.
They were the 8 events from Flemington. A look now at the double and treble information. The double numbers 1 and 1 paid $32.40. A good treble dividend here. 2 1 and 1 paid $93.20. And the extra double from Flemington, which we don't have. Unfortunately, we don't have the.
I don't think so, no.
And what about...
Sharp Arrow just behind the pace in 3rd spot, followed by Cannon Shots and then Garnet Glory, Rio Paso. Rich Duke is trapped off the track, but he's going up into about 5th place on the outside. Back along the rails is No Halo, then Hazer Fair, Casino Road, Warrigal Prince in trouble running onto that bend. Then Pops Pick, and last of all Deniable. Coming down the side, 600 metres to go. Special hit the outside, a touch in front of Bundy Flyer. Sharp Arrow, a length and a half away 3rd. Cannon Shots is getting a nice run. He's 4th on the inside of Rich Duke and Garnet Glory. Then No Halo, Casino Road, Pops Pick, and then Hazer Fair. Rio Paso's a long way back with Deniable and Warrigal Prince. Coming around the home turn, Special hit on the outside just in front of Bundy Flyer. Sharp Arrow now popped the big question. He's after these leaders pretty quickly. Then Garnet Glory. Cannon Shots trying to work into the clear. No Halo running on gamely, and Hazer Fair down the outside. 150 to go. Sharp Arrow swept to the lead. No Halo's a bit of a danger on the outside. And now Cannon Shots is getting through in the centre. He's pulled the whip on Sharp Arrow. He's responding. He's too good, Sharp Arrow. Yes, he's going away again close to home to win it by a length or so. Sharp Arrow first. Cannon Shots second. No Halo third. Then Warrigal Prince Hazer.
As I said, a pretty smart 3-year-old there, and a very promising 2-year-old emerged in race 8. The quadricolour 2-year-old went to the Marceau colt, Mr. Merrymaker. You'll notice a flashing finish to nail the favourite, Copenhagen, right in the last couple of bounds. That's Copenhagen going to the lead, and he's gallant into feet under a big weight.
Away to be a couple of lengths in front. Arch Sovereign going up to second. Xanaz third on the inside. Then Rocky recalled Primera Dama. Copper Flyer picking up ground, but trapped out a little bit wide, followed by Mr. Merrymaker on the inside. Getting back is Prince Bourbon now with Hell's Romance, Cathay Call, Strange Port, and Silver Sisters last of all. They're running onto the first bend, coming down the side now, 7.50 to go. Copenhagen's doing it pretty easily at the moment, a length in front of Rocky recalled. A neck away third, Arch Sovereign on the inside there. Mr. Merrymaker, Copper Flyer, a break to Strange Port. Xanaz dropping out of it quickly. Silver Sister picking up ground on the inside of Primera Dama, who's checked there. And Prince Bourbon checked by that horse, dropping back through the field, Xanaz. Then Cathay Call and Hell's Romance. Running on towards the home turn, and the leader, Copenhagen, about a half length in front of Rocky recalled, and Arch Sovereign in the centre. Copper Flyer pulled to the outside, then Mr. Merrymaker, further back Strange Port, and then Silver Sister, 250 metres to go. Copenhagen still the leader. He's almost a length in front of Arch Sovereign, Mr. Merrymaker, Rocky recalled, and Copper Flyer. Erhardt's gone for the whip on the top weight. He's kicked away from them again, Copenhagen. Mr. Merrymaker's getting into the clear. He's flying home by G. It's going to be close. They hit it. Oh, gee. Mr. Merrymaker flew. He had it one, Copenhagen. I think Mr. Merrymaker may have got up and pinched it off him. It's pretty close. It's close between Mr. Merrymaker and Copenhagen. Now it's tight for third as well. Strange Port, Arch Sovereign, Silver Sister.
Very encouraging sign to see a 2-year-old come to the line so strongly. It was a very good ride by Gary Palmer too. He saved a lot of ground on the inside in the middle stages. We'll show you now the slow motion. Copenhagen looked long odds on to score even 50 metres out. Erhardt goes for the whip, and the Toowoomba colt responds. He beat off Arch Sovereign, and you'll notice Palmer wielding away with the whip on Mr. Merrymaker over on the inside of Arch Sovereign. Now it's still Copenhagen. He's a good length in front there, coming up towards the line. Watch these last few giant bounds from Mr. Merrymaker. The weight difference just told on the line, and Mr. Merrymaker scoring in a photo there from Copenhagen, whose effort was very good, as I said, under the big weight. Final event was the Bindery graduation. Went to Brilliant Beauty. This is a smart win. She's a pretty good mare, and she's very good first up, and a good ride here from Cyril Small, who settles the winner in the black colours, fourth, one out, and she was much too good in the straight.
Still a secret settling fifth on the inside of Cliffstream. Kalani Glove, who's courting, getting back on the outside of Granite Princess. Then Cafe Call, Hind Terry drifting back to third last, and then Risley and Camelot Queen at the rear. Rascality's going keenly in front, 8.50 to go. Rascality leads by 3 lengths on Our Rosalie. Gladius third on the inside of Brilliant Beauty, and then Still a Secret, followed by Granite Princess on the inside of Cliffstream. Further back then Kalani Glove, and then Who's Courting, Cafe Call. Hind Terry checked there, dropped back to last, just behind Risley and Camelot Queen. Down the side, 600 metres left to go. Rascality the leader, 2 in front of Our Rosalie. Brilliant Beauty third, Gladius fourth on the rails. Then Still a Secret, Kalani Glove, Granite Princess, Who's Courting, Cafe Call. In between horses, Cliffstream, and then Hind Terry, Camelot Queen and Risley. Around the bend, 400 metres to go. Rascality about to be joined by Brilliant Beauty, who went up very quickly and ran to the lead. Brilliant Beauty shot away from them, 2 lengths in front of Our Rosalie, then Rascality. Gladius on the inside, Still a Secret running on fairly well, and then Granite Princess and Cafe Call. But it's all Brilliant Beauty with 100 metres to go. She's clear. She's about 3 lengths in front of Still a Secret, now Rosalie, and she's going to win it easily, Brilliant Beauty. Brilliant Beauty goes to the line to win by 3 lengths. Brilliant Beauty first, Our Rosalie second. Now it's tight for third, Gladius or Still a Secret, then Granite Princess.
Gallant mare, Brilliant Beauty. I did back her. That was the 9 events from Doomben yesterday. We'll have a look now at the double and treble information. Firstly, the double numbers 4 and 11 paid $14.30. That was the Gary Palmer double. And the treble 4, 4 and 11. The treble dividend $40.80, while the extra double from Doomben yesterday 3 and 1, a good dividend there, $43.60. Though a little disappointing. The champ's down. He's not right out yet. It wasn't a dismal performance. He was right there with 100 metres to go, and I think he's on the improve. Doug Begore faces a bit of a task though to lift the champ for the Tancred Stakes, but nevertheless it wasn't a bad effort yesterday, and it does seem as though he is improving. The opening event from Rosehill yesterday featured the clash of Ron Quinton and Mick Dittman. They're certainly having a great battle in Sydney at the moment. Quinton successful here on Calaboose, takes the lead about 75 metres out and defeats Dittman's Mount Jogger, who's in the black colours with the red cap.
Headed by Red Era. Around the corner, Durango's hanging badly. Honest Promise getting up on the inside. Jogger moving up 3 deep, followed by Calaboose, and then Galway Prince and Baron Kane. A length Princess Ramilda trying to get into the open, and Bulbin is battling on. Forget Durango, Jogger's race to the lead. Calaboose in hot pursuit. Then Galway Prince and Ben Bulbin. Calaboose coming at jogger. Ben Bulbin on the outside. Calaboose draws level with jogger. Calaboose is too solid for jogger. And Calaboose on the line, a long head to jogger.
The second event was the Far Lap Stakes over 1,500 metres, and an eye-catching win here to the Victorian, Mr. Ironclad. You'll notice him come right down the centre of the track with the red cap, and he just gets there in a deceptive finish from Alibi and Vichaval, the favourite Centane, very disappointing.
A length on Bring Home. In third position on the inside is Sail to Glory. Centane asked to go now, followed a length back by Keepers. Pleasant Star looking for the run through, and then Albany Bay and Alibi. At the ledger, 300 out, Newville Star being challenged by Centane. Here's Keepers coming into it. Pleasant Star can't get a crack at them, followed by Albany Bay, Mr. Ironclad, Vichaval and Alibi. Mr. Ironclad, Vichaval and Alibi. They've raced away, this trio. Alibi on the inside going home best. And Alibi, I feel, has just won by a nose. Close finish. I think Alibi might have wanted a nose to Mr. Ironclad and
Mr. Ironclad gaining the verdict there in a very deceptive finish. Third event was the Riesling Slipper Trial, and we may have seen the Golden Slipper Stakes winner here with Rass Dancer. She was very impressive yesterday, racing in blinkers, just off the speed there, running third at the home turn, and she careers way over the final stages from Pashenka's Gem, who gave Mick Dittman a few problems in the straight by wanting to shift out, but this is an eye-catching win here to Rass Dancer.
Headed by Giostra, Princess Jacinda getting up on the inside, and now Rass Dancer's coming into it stylishly. Rass Dancer races to Giostra, and on the inside Pashenka's Gem to hit the lead, and Rass Dancer's home. Rass Dancer's kicked away about 2.5. Pashenka's Gem, and then Giostra and Love a Kiss. But Rass Dancer, she's killing her rivals. And on the line, Rass Dancer wins at about 4.5 lengths. Second, Pashenka's Gem. Third, Giostra.
Very impressive there, Rass Dancer, and she's probably just about the favourite now for the Golden Slipper in a fortnight. The fourth event was the Rosemount Wines Classic, an Emancipation. She had a big weight, but beautifully ridden by Ron Quinton. He had her perfectly poised behind the leaders, saving plenty of ground. He gained a split just after they straightened, and she was much too good over the final stages. Emancipation now likely to run in the Doncaster handicap, and then we'll head to America where she'll race and then go to stud over there. That's her, the grey, the second of the greys, running sixth on the inside, approaching the home turn.
Then Magoosey, Sabre Dancer, Royal Regatta Trap Deep, and two further back is Tempestuous. Followed then by Kellina Queen, and a good margin off in the field, Gelsomino with Worth. And the last pair as they leave the 700 are Eastern Temple and Gypsy Miss. At the 600 now, and the leader narrowly, Salinas Lover, half wide Jewel, 3 use the space ahead, Rom Stiletto, a length and a quarter Emancipation, followed by Le Casier, and then comes Seeker's Gold, Royal Regatta and Tempestuous in the stretch. 350 to go, White Jewel and Salinas Lover, length clear, and Le Casier, Emancipation looking for the run through, and here she comes now, and Royal Regatta's chiming in. Emancipation's taken the lead. Royal Regatta endeavouring to match her. They've dropped Le Casier, but Emancipation in front. Running down the outside is Tempestuous, but the mighty mare Emancipation is a mile too good. And Emancipation wins at a length to Tempestuous.
It was a class performance from Emancipation under the big weight, but great ride there from Ron Quinton. Fifth event was the Star Kingdom Stakes. Went to Manuan, who produces a great finish, but the unlucky runner was River Rough, and we'll show you a couple of incidents after the replay of this event.
And then comes on the inside Miss Hazard, a length away to Rosebrook, and caught out very deep as they swing Capilano. 400 left to go now, and Rhinestone and March Magic go together from Keto Girl Purpose. River Rough angling for the run between horses. He's almost into the open now, River Rough, and running on is Mr. Illusion down the outside, followed by Capilano. River Rough can't get a crack at them. Mr. Illusion's taken the lead, but Manuan's coming with a swamping run. He joins Mr. Illusion. He's doing better. River Rough getting out when it's all over, but Manuan's won it. Manuan from Mr. Illusion. I reckon Rosebrook's
a top-class performance there from Manuan. Had to make his run very wide on the home turn. He went to the post generously, but we'll show you now River Rough going towards the 800 metres turn. You'll notice him get shuffled across. He's the horse, the black horse with the red cap, second from the outside. He took that corner very awkwardly, and you'll notice as this rider takes hold of him, he throws his head in the air. Rodney Dawkins had a bit of a handful with him there. And then again in the straight, he had his share of problems gaining a split, River Rough. Dawkins angled for a run on a couple of occasions, eventually had to come outside 2 or 3 runners, and over the final stage I thought he went to the post well. You'll notice him behind the leaders there, the black horse with the red cap again. He got on their heels there. He's going to go inside the horse in the red colours, but the leader just drifts back. He now comes across that horse's heels. You'll notice him, Dawkins, easing him towards the outside. That's him in the red cap running about 6th. And at that stage he's completely unbalanced as Manuan sweeps down the outside to take the lead away from Mr. Illusion. And at this stage River Rough is running about 6th. You'll notice him get to the line pretty strongly, and although he finished 6th, he wasn't that far away at the finish. And I think with a clear run throughout the race, River Rough should have scored, and he should make amends over the Sydney Carnival. 6th event was the Todman Slipper Trial, and County defeats the Queenslander Peach Choice. That's Peach Choice and Demel Shoemaker in front at this stage, but County coming towards the outside just took the turn a little awkwardly, but he quickly goes to Peach Choice, and these two have a great struggle with County just too good.
Street Cafe, but Quinton's had to go for the whip on the favourite. At the 300 metres, and County pegs back Peach Choice to take the lead. A little green County. Street Cafe still 2.5 lengths from the leader, but it's County with 120 to go, holding Peach Choice. Street Cafe can't win, followed by Slick Draw running home, but it's all County. And County goes to the post to win at 1.5 lengths, Peach Choice. Street Cafe
The Rawson Stakes was next, and New Zealand trainer Colin Gillings had expressed some doubts about Mr. McGinty's fitness on the eve of this important weight for age race. Well, Mr. McGinty can improve on this. He's going to be pretty hard to beat these next couple of runs, because this is a very good performance. He's a class stayer, and he's too good for Tresaro. Makes up good ground. That's Strawberry Road running 2nd at the moment, and he had his chance in the straight, but he just tired the last little bit. And I think this run will improve him, though.
Last of all is English Wonder at the 700, and Kiamare just the leader, only 1/2 to 3/4 Strawberry Road. In 3rd position, 2 back Fountain Court, then Penny Edition, 2 Mr. McGinty. The inside is Stylish Dude and 1 Admiral Lincoln. Hi, No Peer Tresaro, Gurner's Lane. Then Mr. Jazz and Mapperley Heights, English Wonder and Sanitates dropped out last. Around the corner, and Strawberry Road swept to the lead from Kiamare. Mr. McGinty popped the question now, followed by Fountain Court, and then comes Penny Edition. It's Strawberry Road taken on by Mr. McGinty. At the 200, Strawberry Road and Mr. McGinty. Mr. McGinty draws level with Strawberry Road to put his head in front. Admiral Lincoln is running home pretty well with Tresaro, but Mr. McGinty, a magnificent racehorse, he's racing clear. And Mr. McGinty wins from on the outside Tresaro, 3rd Admiral Lincoln.
That victory took Mr. McGinty's stake earnings past the $400,000 mark, and he's been a grand performer over the last couple of seasons. Final event was the Baguette Stakes. It's over 1,400 metres. We have a problem here. There's no sound on this, and we only pick them up after they make the home turn. And at this stage, it's Feeling Fit. Despite his big weight, Mick Dittman has him clear, but here's Elroy on the outside and Row of Waves in the middle. Both collar Feeling Fit inside the 100 metres, and Elroy was just a shade too strong for Row of Waves. Nothing wrong with the performance of Feeling Fit under his big weight. He's to come to Brisbane to run in the Elders Handicap Feeling Fit, and he looks an ideal type for that sprint. A look now at the double and treble information from Rose Hill. The double numbers 3 and 8 paid $101 even, and the treble 1, 3 and 8 paid $179.10. That was the Rose Hill meeting. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the Melbourne races, which were steeple, and a tremendous finish to a steeple here with Budapest and Sing for Supper singling out over the final 200 metres. Budapest just a shade too strong, and the solidly back Stop and Think battled on for 3rd.
And Sing for Supper led as they swept round the turn with 2 to jump. 1 length to Stop and Think, 1.5 lengths Wainui, Demon Adios and Budapest. Over the second last, Sing for Supper only 1/2 to Stop and Think, and Wainui making his run now from Budapest, Demon Adios. Sing for Supper a beautiful leap at the last, the leader, but Wainui the challenger from Stop and Think, and Budapest pushing through. Sing for Supper a length in front with 200 to go. Budapest getting up on the inside from Wainui. Sing for Supper in front. Budapest trying to bridge the gap. It's Sing for Supper and Nick in front of Budapest, who's gradually getting to him. Sing for Supper just in front. They hit the line. They're going stride for stride. Very nearly a dead heat. Sing for Supper the outside, and Budapest the rail. Stop and Think 3rd.
Second event was the Lonsdale Handicap. Went to Mevron Boy, who made a well-timed burst to hit the lead about 200 metres out. Too strong for Cromarty Bay and Enquantro. The favourite New Act faded to finish 4th.
New Act, Mevron Boy, and to clear her out after it, however. What a secret trying to get off the fence. In the straight, Royal Sea Duck 2 lengths in front from Mevron Boy. New Act is under the whip, and then What a Secret getting clear, but Royal Sea nicely clear. Mevron Boy starting to peg it back quickly now, has raced up to it, and then What a Secret, New Act, followed by Cromarty Boy, Johnny Boy. Mevron Bay took the lead with 150 to go. Cromarty Bay coming home strongly, but Mevron Boy has bolted away from them, and Mevron Boy goes on to win by about 3 lengths to Cromarty Bay. Enquantro got up for 3rd, just in front of New Act and Johnny Boy.
Punters who laid the long odds on about Mistral Flyer in the third event had a few worries just after they straightened, but Craig Dinn gave him 3 or 4 hard cracks with the whip, and the favourite drew away to score quite decisively in the end from Saleh Rua and Monarch Star.
They were followed by Port Taburn, with about 300 to go. Mistral Flyer fighting back, Saleh Rua coming down the outside and Monarch Star the centre, but Mistral Flyer, he's been loafing, I think. He got a half length in front now from Monarch Star and Saleh Rua down the outside, and Mistral Flyer's now drawing away to win. He'll go on and score by about 1.5 lengths to Monarch Star. Third, all coming home quickly, Saleh Rua, nothing between that pair for second. They were followed by Gothic Steeple, and behind them Lost Star.
Saleh Rua made up nice ground in the final 100 metres and might be one to follow. Fourth event was the Country Cup, and it was the bookies cheering here with the success of the 50 to 1 chance Bow Home, who gets there in the last stride, and Never Late looked certain to score halfway down the straight, tired to finish third.
Never Late putting in a strong run down the outside. It's Dastacati in front, but Never Late's coming home like a train on the outside. Never Late went up the Shillelagh Echo and Dastacati. They're all under the whip from Special Khan and then Stirk. It's Shillelagh Echo getting its head in front again. On the inside, fighting back now is Never Late, but Shillelagh Echo in front near the line. Bow Home flew. Oh, it's close. Shillelagh Echo, Bow Home with Never Late inches away third from...
Was a great finish there with Bow Home just getting the verdict over Shillelagh Echo by a half head. Fifth event was the Durham Handicap, and a strong finish here by Eureka Gold gives him victory at 14 to 1 from Ollie's Decree, the 100 to 1 chance, 200 to 1 chance, who makes up plenty of ground late.
2 lengths to Glen Sun, Eureka Gold and Flynn's Landing running on well. Proud Sapphire 1.5 lengths in front of Flynn's Landing. Eureka Gold, the danger, and Mighty Supremo trying to get out, but Eureka Gold swamped them now, and Eureka Gold's racing away to win. Scores about 1.5 lengths, very close for the Miners. Ollie's Decree flashed up, might have nearly run second with Flynn's Landing and IKEA and Sentimental Lady.
Gold Merchant was all the rage for the sixth event, the Emerald Handicap, over 1,000 metres. Sent out at 10 to 9 on, but very disappointing to finish well back. The race went to Rip and Run, starting at 15 to 1 to score from Nassau Lass, and third was Fast Look.
Fast Look along the inside, well clear of Paris, but the favourite's well beaten. Gold Merchant won't run a drum. At the 200 and the leader, Rip and Run, is well clear. In second placing, Fast Look. Nassau Lass coming home third, and they're followed by Show Restraint and Lemonado. But Rip and Run in no danger of defeat as they get down to the line, will win by about 4 or 5 lengths. Second placing will go possibly to Nassau Lass, might have just grabbed Fast Look on the line.
4-year-old Matobi Ruler took his record to 6 wins from 8 starts and stamped himself as a very smart galloper with his victory in the Narrung Welter. Greg Hall had him well back at the home turn, and after straightening he looked as though he was struggling for a few strides, but when Hall pulled the whip he really answered in great style. It's him, the grey with the yellow colours, and he charges to the line to score pretty decisively in the end.
Big start, 2.50 to go. Royal Steel is now getting to Ben Criado. Arctic Wolf third, Mataby Ruler under the whip, starting to fly home. Loyal and True's beaten. It's Royal Steel getting to the front. Mataby Ruler grabbing it now. Oh, he's a good horse, this fellow. Mataby Ruler races past them near the line and goes on to win a length to Royal Steel. Third placing Ben Criado just...
There was plenty of money to say Hall would also land the final event on Comarina, but Plush Princess solidly back to start 5 to 2. Just last under hands and heels riding from Darren Murphy to hold off a determined bid from Comarina.
It's Berenza in front with Plush Princess out after it from So-Called a Lady. Wider out Comarina running on well. Gold Privilege is struggling a little bit and well back suitably vague. Plush Princess raced to the lead at the 200, but Comarina's full of running. Comarina's picking it up quickly on the outside. Plush Princess still in front. Comarina trying to get to it. There's nothing in it as they get to the line. Comarina might be nearly a dead heat this. Comarina the outside and Plush Princess. Gold Privilege third from...
Another good finish there with Plush Princess just surviving. We've got the double and treble information now from Sandown. The double, 6 and 7, paid $66.40. Treble numbers, 13, 6 and 7, paid $2,702.90, while the extra double combination, 14 and 3, paid $108.40. Bent on Vivacity, and it looked pretty promising for the rest of the meeting, but it turned sour. He was beaten on Sadapa in rather sensational circumstances in the Ryder Stakes, and then first passed the post on Our Shout in the Manion Cup, only to lose on protest to Hawaiian Rain. So I don't think it would have been a very happy Dipman household in Sydney last night. But it was all smiles after the first event, which was the Fine and Dandy Stakes, when he scored on Vivacity. That's him in the blue and gold colours, moving up to the leaders at the turn, and despite 63.5 kilos, Vivacity was too strong for Jogger.
Between them, third, followed by Cynical, poking up on the fence, then Jogger and Princess Romilda, but Dipman had taken Vivacity to the lead. At the 200, Vivacity a length and a half, Jogger setting out after him, followed then by Heroic Blaze, Princess Romilda, Kutzbar and Cynical. Vivacity in front from Jogger coming at him, but Vivacity's hanging on. He's making light of his 63.5, and Vivacity wins at a half to Jogger, third Kutzbar.
Very underrated horse, Vivacity, now a 7-year-old. He's been a very successful campaigner for QTC committee man Peter Gallagher. Second event was the Derby Munro Handicap, and this is a race of changes in the straight. This stage, Flying Nugget, one off the fence, goes up to the take the lead and looks certain to score, but down the outside comes Fearburst in the bluish colours. That's the chestnut horse, just gathering momentum now, and right further out on the track is Boscafella. But it's Flying Nugget in front, right near the line. Fearburst gets the better of Flying Nugget, and then Boscafella lunges to get second, and quite a good finish there. Unfortunately, we had no audio, as you may have gathered. Third event was the Magic Night Quality, and Mick Dipman's mount Quiet Little Drink was all the rage here. She was expected to get back into favour for the Golden Slipper, but she was very tired over the final 200 metres, with stablemate Pashenka's Gem scoring from Deal.
Razzle Dazzle a length, Desert Vale, Cookie the rails, and splitting horses next, Pashenka's Gem, but Dipman's gone for Quiet Little Drink at the ledger, and the favourite's a length on the stablemate Pashenka's Gem, who's coming home well. He's had to go for the whip on Quiet Little Drink. There's nothing there. Pashenka's Gem's taken the lead, Deal, and What a Dancer down the outside from Winketley and Cookie, but Pashenka's Gem's running them ragged, and Pashenka's Gem has won. Oh, anything for the miners. From the outside, we've got Deal, What a Dancer.
The fourth event was one of the major events. It was the Daily Telegraph Rose Hill Guineas, and some joy here for Mick Dipman and the Tommy Smith camp with the success of Alibi. Defeating Beechcraft, the favourite Bounty Hawk at 6-4, very disappointing.
From Mr. Ironclad forced to race wide, and Bounty Hawk is last. At the 1100 as they stride down the back, and Durango makes play by a length and a half. Golden Daniel on the outside second. Rising Prince the fence is third, a little more than a length to Alibi, just shading Wage Freeze, then Beechcraft, followed closely by King Delamere, Tri-Flow, then Not Declared, one further back, Mr. Ironclad from I'm a Prince, and a length the Bounty Hawk. He'd be about 8 or 10 lengths from the leader Durango as they race past the 800. It's Durango still enjoying a lead of nearly a length, Golden Daniel. Third is Rising Prince from Alibi. After one to Beechcraft, steadily making ground now from Wage Freeze, Tri-Flow, and then King Delamere Not Declared. A length to I'm a Prince, and Bounty Hawk about to be wound up. He's starting to make ground, and Mr. Ironclad is endeavouring to go at the same time as Bounty Hawk as they commence the swing around the corner. And here Alibi sprints up quickly to join Durango and Rising Prince, and Bounty Hawk and Mr. Ironclad with Tri-Flow right out in the middle of the track. At the 300 now, Rising Prince, Durango and Alibi battling it out. Beechcraft is joining in, and Bounty Hawk is right down the outside. Mr. Ironclad struggling. Alibi the leader. Beechcraft coming at him. Rising Prince sticking on. Bounty Hawk can't win. It's Alibi the leader. Alibi's forging away. He's got the Rose Hill Guineas won. And Alibi has beaten Beechcraft and Rising Prince.
Dipman at his vigorous best to score on Alibi there. Not so in the George Ryder Stakes, however, with Emancipation and Ron Quinton, Dipman's arch-rival, carrying the day over Sir Dapper. I think most agree Sir Dapper was very unlucky. With hindsight, Dipman probably made the wrong move early in the race when he elected to take a sit and allowed Emancipation and Quinton to get in front of him. And from that point, Quinton was able to dictate terms to Dipman on Sir Dapper.
Drops out last. Sir Dapper, the early leader from Emancipation, and his Secret Romance bursting through on the inside, but as they settle down, it's going to be Secret Romance just leading from Sir Dapper and Emancipation, a line of 3. The speed is muddling. A length and a half to Red Tempo, followed closely by Keepers, Youngblood, 2 Centane, 2.5 Sovereign Chief. On the first bend, 9.50 to go. Emancipation with a neck in front from Secret Romance on the rails. Red Tempo third, and nicely positioned, a horse off the fence. Fourth, Sir Dapper. Youngblood on the fence, and then comes Keepers. Centane second last, and bringing up the rear is Sovereign Chief. Down the side, passing the 800, and the leader is Secret Romance by 3/4 now on Emancipation. A length and a half away, third, Sir Dapper inside of Red Tempo, and 2 then to Youngblood. Keepers the outer from Centane, and 4 lengths to Sovereign Chief. Secret Romance coming to the 500 and home corner in the rider. A length on Emancipation. Sir Dapper waiting for the run. Red Tempo on the outside, followed followed by Centane. In the stretch, he can't get out on Sir Dapper. The leader, Secret Romance from Emancipation. Red Tempo's keeping Sir Dapper in the pocket. Emancipation's dashed to the lead. Dittman trying to get out on Sir Dapper. He's into the open now, but the mighty mare's pinched a length and a half. Emancipation. Sir Dapper on the outside trying hard, but it's still Emancipation. Sir Dapper's not going to reach her. Emancipation wins the rider from Sir Dapper. Third home on the race.
Great mare, Emancipation. What a combination Ron Quinton has proved with this grey mare. But Sir Dapper, I think you would have to agree, was unlucky on the day. When he did get into the clear, it took him some time to really wind up to his task, but over the last 50 metres he was flying. Dittman estimated he made up a length and a half in those last 70 or 80 metres anyway. We'll show you now the slow motion. You'll notice Quinton on the outside of the leader, Secret Romance. Dittman has a couple of moments thought about forcing through there. There's no room. He then has to come to the outside of Emancipation. In the meantime, Red Tempo's just balking him there. For a few strides, Sir Dapper is actually going sideways, trying to get into the clear. He was completely off balance, and Quinton wisely elects to make his move here, pinches a length and a half or so on Sir Dapper. Now he flattens out and really starts to gather momentum as Dittman gets at him with the whip, but the mare's still a good length and a half in front there, and watch this great burst over the final stages by Sir Dapper to just fail. It's a great clash and a great battle of tactics there between arch rivals Ron Quinton and Mick Dittman. On the day, Quinton just too good. The sixth event and Inspired turned in an outstanding Golden Slipper Stakes trial with his very strong finish to score here from Red Anchor, who I thought also ran very well, and Victory Prince battling on for third.
Comes Inspired, taken out to the centre of the track from Airy, and a length Red Anchor and two to Trestolite at the 220, and now Victory Prince is coming at Yellow Prince and Foistan. Inspired is also joining in. Oh, he's looking the goods. Red Anchor's running a big race too, but Inspired has pinched a length and a half. Red Anchor clear of Victory Prince, and it's all Inspired. He's a real Golden Slipper, hope this gelding, and Inspired wins nicely, a length and a half to Red Anchor. Third was Victory Prince, then
Dittman and Our Shout first past the post in the seventh event, the Mannion Cup, but subsequently lost on protest to Hawaiian Rain from the Bart Cummings stable in a bumping finish over the final 100 metres. It was alleged Dittman allowed Our Shout to move in onto Hawaiian Rain, and her rider, John Marshall, couldn't really ride her out properly with the whip. This is the Mannion Cup. Hawaiian Rain was solidly back to start 11-2 and landed some big bets.
Food and Our Shout down the outer with Just for Tristram. Many hopes at the 200. Our Shout, Whiteout's taken the lead. Hawaiian Rain inclined to match Our Shout, however. A length the Hay getting up on the inside. Our Shout and Hawaiian Rain. Our Shout on the outside. Hawaiian Rain hit an Our Shout. Our Shout by a nose to Hawaiian Rain. Third home was Hay.
Queenslander Rock Show wasn't disgraced in finishing just behind the place getters, and it was his first start over a staying distance this campaign. I think he will be improved by that outing. We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stages here with Our Shout in the blue colours on the outside, Hawaiian Rain on his inside in the whitish colours. These two single out. Dittman's going very strongly with the whip in the right hand. You can notice Our Shout wanting to shift in under pressure. Dittman's got his left hand trying to ease him away, and Marshall on Hawaiian Rain very close to Dittman's body and unable to use the whip. They did move in several horses over the final 100 metres, but a rather controversial decision there to award the race to Hawaiian Rain on protest. Final event went to Bart Cummings and John Marshall again, with the favourite Prolific scoring well from Godarchi, who makes up plenty of territory late.
Who's the widest runner? Entering the stretch, and Son of Actress just leading Warnight on the inside. 2.5 Lady Eclipse, and now Prolific is starting to warm up. A gap rival planted, and Godarchi. Here's Prolific starting to peg back. Son of Actress who got the better of Warnight, clear of Lady Eclipse, but Prolific gains the upper hand, and Prolific is starting to race away from Son of Actress, Lady Eclipse, and Godarchi flying home. It'll run second, but the favourite Prolific wins the last. Prolific to Godarchi. Third home was Son of Actress.
Look now at the double and treble information from Rose Hill yesterday. The double numbers 5 and 10 paid $18.50. The treble numbers 9, 5 and 10 paid $225.70. And the extra double from Rose Hill, 1 and 5 paid $12. Well, the
winner, if on top of his recent indifferent form, he were to suffer another defeat in the Tancred. And connections were looking for a marked improvement in his track work this week. Strawberry Road has been beaten into 5th place at his last 2 weight-for-age starts in Sydney, including last Saturday's Rawson Stakes, in which Mr McGinty scored from Tresaro, and they'll be the main opposition again in the Tancred Stakes. Strawberry Road worked over 1,600 at Randwick today, the last 3 in 37 1/4, and trainer Doug Bagour has no doubts the horse is ready to show his best.
you know, I still think the horse will fire here Saturday week myself. I'm quite confident he'll fire because I've stepped up his work considerably and he's answered me every time I've given him a bit more. He's come home and he's cleaned the feed bin right out, which that's all you got to do. The more work given, the more they eat, the better they get.
Win, lose or no start in the Tancred Stakes, horse and trainer will soon part company. What then for Doug Begor?
Just be the same Doug Begor was bloody 30 years ago, I suppose. Doug said, oh, g'day, Doug. He used to have Strawberry Road, but, you know, you never know. Another one might turn up.
Yes, I'm sure it will be the same Doug Begor. He's a top bloke and he's done an outstanding job with Strawberry Road. It'd be great if the champ could go out on a winning note in the Tancred Stakes next week. The Beacon Heights in the straight, just getting the upper hand over the final 50 metres or so, going on to score by a neck.
Behind those horses, Solmanor. Beacon Heights comes to the last, full of running, about 2.5 in front. Didn't handle it well. Norfolk Tiger got to within 1.5 lengths of him. He's had to go for the whip on Beacon Heights. Norfolk Tiger's trying to wear him down and is doing so. Norfolk Tiger drew level with Beacon Heights, who's fighting back on the inside. Norfolk Tiger got about a head in front and he's going to win. Norfolk Tiger a long head to Beacon Heights, 6 lengths away third, Solmanor from...
Courageous performance there from Norfolk Tiger to score. Second event was the Gippsland Handicap. Punters off the mark here with the success of the 20-to-1 chance Ensign Piper. Sweeps up towards the leaders, 3 wide at the home turn, and goes on to score decisively from Affinity, who was solidly back to start 3-to-1.
They race now, and it's on the rails cosine from Affinity narrowly, and then came Ensign Piper, Astralin out wider, and behind those horses on Quantro and Cromarty Bay. But Ensign Piper sprinted to the lead with 300 to go and is going like a winner. Drew 2 lengths to Affinity. Wholesome starting to run on from Astralin, but Ensign Piper clear with about 100 metres to go, and Ensign Piper's going on to win the day well. Scores by about 1.5 lengths to Affinity, ahead to Wholesome third, Astralin fourth.
Craig Dinn scoring there on the outsider Ensign Piper, but he was the punter's pin-up after the third event, the La Trobe Handicap. He scored on Mistral Flyer, starting at 10-to-9. It had to be ridden out strongly with the whip to defeat O'Johnny.
O'Johnny cornered 1.5 lengths to Mistral Flyer. They're 2 lengths in front now of Holy Flame, and they're followed by Blazing Devil on the outside. O'Johnny hanging onto the lead. Mistral Flyer's rider went for the whip. It's racing to O'Johnny now, well clear of Holy Flame, but with 100 to go, Mistral Flyer took the lead, and Mistral Flyer's coming away. It'll win a length to O'Johnny. About 5 lengths away third was Rondabush. Fourth was Holy Flame, and then came...
Ridden right out to score there, Mistral Flyer, but in the end it was a pretty conclusive victory. Fourth event was the South Yarra Handicap, went to Wild Applause, ridden by Michael Riley, defeated Luskin Road Mark Riley. Wild Applause kicked away after they straightened, looked set to score well, but got very tired at the finish.
Wild Applause kicked away, led about 2.5 lengths, racing away from Celso, followed by Coast Guard, Luskin Road down the outside. At the 200, Wild Applause about 3 or 4 lengths in front. Luskin Road getting into second place, coming home pretty well on the outside. Wild Applause getting very tired from Luskin Road, and Fewmarkle from the rear with Kilremont, but Wild Applause will last, and 1.5 neck. Second Luskin Road, maybe Fewmarkle third from Kilremont and Royal.
Wild Applause just hanging on there. It was Dinn again when he scored on the 8-year-old Mr. Magic. Evergreen sprinter, as some bets laid against him at 20-to-1. To defeat West Mayo. They had a great battle for a while in the straight, but Mr. Magic was just far too strong at the finish to score by 3 lengths.
West Mayo, the leaders into the straight from Cardinals Fury, Roselle Lady. Buljet out very wide, Bow Mistress back behind them, and Show Moran looks to be too far back. It's Mr. Magic and West Mayo together with 200 to go. About 3 lengths in front of Buljet and Ben Binger. Bow Mistress and Show Moran can't win, but old Mr. Magic with a new lease of life is sprinting away from them in the run home. And Mr. Magic's going to win by about 3 lengths to West Mayo. Show Moran got up to be third in front of Ben Binger, Buljet, Cart.
Marvellous old sprinter, Mr. Magic, scoring there. The sixth event, the Storm Queen Handicap, and Show About and All Flower. Had it between them from the straight, top of the straight. Only a short half head in it at the finish, with the 33-to-1 chance Show About getting the judge's nod. That's him in the pink.
Its way through the field from well back. It's Show About, just the leader, 200 to go from All Flower. Nassau Lass way. Coogee Lass ran into a dead end. Show About and All Flower fighting it out as they get near the line. Show About the inside, just got its head in front, and it's close. Show About maybe from All Flower, nothing in it. Quite third, and then...
In recent weeks, there's been plenty of talk about the outstanding staying prospect, What a Nuisance. Well, he was reverted back to 1,400 metres event yesterday and was despised in the betting to start 33-to-1, but came from last with a flashing finish to defeat Triumphal March, Rake's Pride and Just a Dash. So it was one for the stayers here, all at long odds.
Then came Triumphal March with a big run around the outside. Into the straight, doused the blaze, kicked away. Torbeck looked gone. Eureka Gold trying to squeeze up on the fence. Sports Ruler, and here's Triumphal March down the outside with a strong run. And coming from the rear is What a Nuisance. Triumphal March got to the lead, but What a Nuisance from last, swamping them near the line. And What a Nuisance goes on to win by nearly a length to Triumphal March. Rake's Pride up for third.
Useful performance there from What a Nuisance. He's certainly a very, very promising type. Final event was the Parisienne handicap, and Walk With Me, you'll notice in the blinkers, gets into the clear about the 200 metres, sweeps to the lead about 100 metres from home and comes right away.
Around the corner they come. Alcatrice, Victorca and Fayron, a line of three. Fayron got its head in front, 2 or 3 lengths in front of Shari Ruler. Then Walk With Me starting to run on, followed on the outside Gin Fizz, and More Rain trying to get up on the inside. Fayron took the lead. Walk With Me's out and after it on the outside. More Rain still can't get clear. Walk With Me has dashed to the lead and is finishing too well, and Walk With Me comes away to win by about 2 lengths. Fayron just got second in front of Green Talk. More Rain fourth from...
There were the 8 events from Caulfield yesterday. Now the TAB information. The double, 5 and 1. The good dividend there, $275.70. And a great dividend for the treble combination, 3, 5 and 1, $4,259.70. While the extra double from Caulfield, 7 and 2, paid 100. Gold Coast 3-year-old, he was quickly away yesterday, actually went to the lead in that first 50 metres. He's in the blue colours, racing outside Cabanco at this stage, and he goes on to score a decisive win.
Abominable in the centre, and then Adios again, who's deep on the track. Power Shaft, Definite Copyright getting back with Heaney Terry on the rails. Second last at this stage is Red Farm Khan, and out Prince Paddy's last, heading into the back, 1,200 metres out. Cannon Shots has moved up on the outside to go to the lead. It's Cannon Shots, a length and a half in front of Hoist Your Own, pulling hard. A length away third, Grand Dutch Cobb and Co on the inside of Adios again, and there's Red Farm Khan going fast on the outside. A length further back, Abominable, and then Heaney Terry on the inside of Definite Copyright and Power Shaft. Our Prince Paddy's last. 850 metres left to go. Cannon Shots a length in front of Hoist Your Own and Red Farm Khan. A length and a half to Cobb and Co running on the inside of Grand Dutch, and then Abominable. Adios again still caught wide. Heaney Terry's on the rails, then Definite Copyright, out Prince Paddy and Power Shaft. It's a packing field as they come down the side. 650 out. Cannon Shots 3/4 of a length in front of Hoist Your Own. On the outside, Red Farm Khan a little bit wide at the moment. Cobb and Co getting a nice run. Fourth on the rails, then Grand Dutch. Adios again. Power Shaft is now starting a big run. Definite Copyright. Abominable dropping out of it. Heaney Terry over on the rails, and last out Prince Paddy's flattening for the run in now. Hoist Your Own, the favourite, loomed up on the outside to run to the lead from Cannon Shots. Cobb and Co getting into the clear, making up ground. Then Heaney Terry, and further back Grand Dutch and Adios again. Hoist Your Own in front, 200 metres to go. He's kicked away from them. He's a length and a half clear of Cobb and Co, Cannon Shots, Heaney Terry, and then Abominable. But it's all Hoist Your Own with 50 metres to go. He's got it shot to pieces, and Hoist Your Own's going to the line to win it easily. Hoist Your Own first, Cobb and Co second, Cannon Shots third.
Promising 3-year-old Hoist Your Own. He's going to be set for the 3-year-old events over the May and early June part of the Winter Carnival. His first target is going to be the Power Quality $100,000 race for the 3-year-olds at Doomben on May the 5th. Third event was the Manikato graduation. Went to Prince Consul. A smart ride here from apprentice Neville Auld, who had him quickly in front, Prince Consul. He scooted away from the 800 metres, and Hasty Harry and Dancing Man battled on well in the straight, but they were never really in the hunt to run down Prince Consul.
Scrappy Sally taken on by Prince Consul and Munduma, and Prize Dash is going up to fourth on the outside. Blazing Success and Hasty Harry just off the speed. Dancing Man's over on the inside, then Brigalow Bill, Grey Blessing, Jolly Good Fun and Silver Dame. As they go over the crossing at the 1600 and head up the side, the lead of Prince Consul, he's bowling along in front. Prize Dash has pulled his way up into second place on the outside. Third on the run, Scrappy Sally, and then Prince Consul, who's pulling a bit hard at the moment. In between horses there is Munduma, and Blazing Success is out a bit wide. Further back then came Dancer Man on the inside of Hasty Harry, then Brigalow Bill, Grey Blessing, Jolly Good Fun and Silver Dame. Prince Consul in front, 1,200 metres to go. He leads by a length and a half, Prince Consul. In second place, Prize Dash, followed by Scrappy Sally, and fourth on the outside, Blazing Success. Munduma's in the centre. Dancing Man is next on the inside of Hasty Harry, followed by Brigalow Bill. Over on the rails is Grey Blessing, and then Jolly Good Fun and Silver Dame. No real change in the order, 1,000 metres to go. Prince Consul's making the speed out in front. He's clear a length and a half in front of Blazing Success, now striding up into second place. Scrappy Sally's third on the rails. A half length away fourth is Prize Dash, then Hasty Harry, Dancing Man, followed by Munduma, who seemed to lose her position there. She dropped back a couple of lengths. Brigalow Bill's going forward on the outside, Grey Blessing on the rails, and then Silver Dame and Jolly Good Fun. Prince Consul kicked away from them as they come down the side, 600 metres to go. He's trying to pinch it by the looks of it. He's raced away. He's 3 lengths in front. Prize Dash now going to second on the outside of Blazing Success. Scrappy Sally fourth on the rails. Hasty Harry picking up ground, then Dancing Man. Followed by Grey Blessing, Silver Dame, Munduma, Jolly Good Fun and Brigalow Bill. Flattening for the run in, 350 out. And it's Prince Consul a length and a half in front of the favourite Prize Dash. He's wanting to hang in Prize Dash. Grey Blessing's coming home strongly on the outside with Hasty Harry. Prince Consul still the leader. He's a length and a half clear. Prize Dash, Hasty Harry and Grey Blessing on the outside trying hard to get to Prince Consul. He's fighting on Prince Consul. Dancing Man's coming from nowhere. Prince Consul in front, drawing to the line. They hit it and Prince Consul's won it. Prince Consul first, Hasty Harry or Dancing Man in a photo second and third.
Wouldn't condemn the favourite, 7-4 favourite there, Prize Dash, whose name escapes me. He was forced to be ridden upside down yesterday from an awkward barrier, and I think he's going to be better suited over a little bit more ground. Fourth event was the Sky High Handicap. Went to Smiler Kyle. There's something of a form reversal here. It's been disappointing his past two starts on wet tracks, but yesterday he was solidly back to start 3-1 second favourite, and he edged out Prize Lady and Homid. The favourite Wellington Road a little bit disappointing.
Back to about third last. There's no speed on as they run up to the winning post the first time, and Pangol's going fast on the outside, running to the lead now. He's about to cross over onto the rails. Pangol leads by a couple of lengths. Powder Mile is settling second. Neck away third on the outside is Banakin, followed by Bucking Rip, who's caught a little bit wide. Over on the inside is Homid, and then Wellington Road, who's covered by Smarter Kyle, and Prize Lady 2 lengths off last. They're heading up the Nudgee Road side now, and the leader at the 1400 Pangold, he's a couple of lengths in front. Polar Molar in second place. Bucking Rip's a neck away third, followed by Banakin on the outside of Homid, another 2 to Smarter Kyle, followed by Wellington Road. He's about 8 or 10 lengths off the leader, Wellington Road, and 3 lengths last, Prize Lady. As they run into the back, 1200 metres left to go, and the leader Pangold, he's doing it pretty easily out in front. He leads by 4 lengths. In second place, Polar Molar, Bucking Rip third, Homid fourth on the inside, then Banakin, followed by Smarter Kyle on the outside of Wellington Road. He's just held up for a run at the moment. The boy standing in the eyes, just reefing him back off the heels of one in front. And last of all is Prize Lady. Pangold in front, 8.50 to go, leads clearly. He's 3 lengths in front. Polar Molar second, Bucking Rip third. Banakin's now picking up ground, going up 3 deep, followed by Homid, Smarter Kyle, Wellington Road, and Prize Lady still last. As they come down the side, 6.50 out. Pangold about a neck in front of Polar Molar, who's moving up to apply the pressure on the outside. Banakin's a length away third. Homid over on the rails, followed by Bucking Rip, then Smarter Kyle. Prize Lady's going off. She's 3 and 4 deep, running onto the bend, and now Wellington Road is last. Around the home turn, 400 metres left to go. Pangold about to be joined by Polar Molar on the outside. Homid running third. Smarter Kyle, Prize Lady to the outside, both coming home gamely. Then Bucking Rip, and Wellington Road is still back last, but starting to wind up. 250 metres to go, and Prize Lady on the extreme outside, swept up to go to the lead from Smarter Kyle, who's going with her. Homid over on the rails. It's Prize Lady just in front. Smarter Kyle's coming at her hard. He looks as though he's going a bit the better. Smarter Kyle, they hit the line. Smarter Kyle's just won it. Smarter Kyle, who's just won it from Prize Lady, and Homid third.
Great vigour there from Tony Erhardt to lift Smiler Cole home narrowly from Prize Lady. We'll show you the slow motion from the 200 metres. You'll notice at this stage that Prize Lady is actually in front of Smiler Cole, who's under desperate riding from Erhardt. Peter Williams on Prize Lady, keeping her going hands and heels. And that's the favourite Wellington Road in the hooped sleeves just behind them. I thought he was a little bit disappointing in the straight, but he perhaps might be better suited over more ground. But Smiler Cole just going to the post a shade too strongly for Prize Lady. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and continue. But the disappointment was Spring Pride, who showed a lot more speed than expected and very tired in the final 400 metres.
In the early stages, Stripper a bit wide, then Roy Pica. Getting back Noble Claudius. Roy Pica just copped a check there and he went back on top of Noble Claudius. He'll have fought about third last on the inside. Shawana last of all. 1,000 metres to go. There's no speed on. Little Pete joined in front now by Spring Pride, and they're going stride for stride. Big Fern third, a length away on the rails, followed by Stripper a bit wide, then Q second, the centre Bush Soul Roy Pica, followed by Illaford Noble Claudius. 4 lengths last Shawana. Coming down the side, 700 to go. Little Pete doing it pretty easily at the moment, a neck in front of Spring Pride. Stripper now running up into third place, but still wide. Big Fern fourth on the inside of Cusack. Roy Pica's now starting his run. Bush Soul going forwards as well. Followed over on the inside then by Illaford, and then Noble Claudius and Shawana's last. Running around the home turn, 400 metres to go. Stripper's gone up very quickly on the outside of Pokey's nose in front, but Little Pete's kicking again. Spring Pride immediately under the whip, and he's dropped back. Finishing gamely on the outside now is Roy Pica. Bush Soul coming into it, and Big Fern getting a run on the rails. 200 metres to go. Little Pete fought back. He's just in front. Big Fern's coming hard on the inside. It's Little Pete and Big Fern. They're fighting it out. Bush Soul on the outside making up ground. Cusack's flying at the end. They're drawing to the line. They hit it. Oh, gee, this is a real ding-donger. This is close. It's between Little Pete and Big Fern. It could go either way. Third in, then Bush Soul.
Showed great courage to score there, Little Pete, but I thought the eye-catching run came from Roy Peake, who's forced to cover a ton of extra ground, and he's sure to improve and be better suited, of course, over a longer distance. Sixth event was the Pango Pango Novice, and Our Diplomat and Lord Hussar, trained by father and son, Peter and Pat Sexton from Oakleigh, provided bookies with a good Quinella result here at both at 25 to 1. The 5 to 4 favourite of Gleam was disappointing. He's in the orange and white colours on the inside at this stage and had the run of the race.
On the outside, going up into about third place, just behind them over on the rails is No Halo, followed then by Lord Hussar, Warrigal Prince. Thracian's a bit wide and worse than midfield, then another Bletch, followed by Tess Ruler on the inside of Super Tanked, Unstable, and Leah's Love is last. They're spread right out as they go past the 850 Hangs Who, joined by Dark Sun. They're two clear of Young Josh. Fourth on the inside of Gleam, and then Woodbine Peter, Our Diplomat, followed by Civic Centre moving up on the outside. In between horses is Lord Hussar, then Thracian, Warrigal Prince. No Halo taking the shortcuts. He's getting a nice run near the inside. Then another Bletch, Super Tack, Tess Ruler, and Leah's Love is last. Unstable second last. As they run onto the home turn, 450 metres out. Hangs Who's the leader. He's an length and a half in front of a Gleam, who's clear at the right time and running on gamely. Then Our Diplomat, No Halo, followed by Warrigal Prince, Woodbine Peter, and Civic Centre to the outside. 300 metres out. Hangs Who the leader. Here's the favourite coming up fast on the outside of Gleam, but he's under the whip. Our Diplomat's going with him and probably going a bit better than him at the moment. No Halo on the outside, and another Bletch is coming home hard. It's Our Diplomat in front. Lord Hussar's flying on the outside. Our Diplomat in front. Lord Hussar's driving at him close to home. They hit it. I'd say Our Diplomat has just beaten Lord Hussar. Not much in it. Our Diplomat by a head to Lord Hussar. Close for third, another Bletch or a Gleam.
That victory to Our Diplomat gave Toowoomba apprentice Neville Auld a winning double, and he was looking for a treble in the 7th event, and he rode the odds-on favourite Copenhagen, who was pretty disappointing. He just dwelt slightly at the start and was in a fair bit of trouble after making the home turn, but nevertheless was a shade disappointing for a 6 to 4 on chance. The winner here, Prince Frolic, in a big performance.
7th on settling down, Copenhagen, Westport after beginning brilliantly, drifting back. As they run to the first bend with about 8.50 to go, High Sport the leader. Tajik going up to be running second. Cooper Queen third but wide. Followed by Milady Ashton, Primera Dama, Silver Bait, Copenhagen going up along the inside. He's 4 or 5 lengths off the leader. Then Bowles, Celtic, Prince Frolic, Nick's Escape, Trip Line. Further back, Prince Bourbon, Westport, Arch Sovereign. And then Supreme Comfort, Nern's Pride is last. Coming down the side, 500 metres to go. High Sport the leader just in front of Tajik, who's about a half length off the leader now. Cooper Queen's going up but very wide on the track. Milady Ashton just behind them. Primera Dama's putting in a run 3 and 4 deep. Just behind them, Silver Bait. Bowles Celtic pulled to the outside. Copenhagen, he's trying to work into the clear. He's having a bit of a bumping duel at the moment with Silver Bait, and Prince Frolic's coming down the outside. High Sport in front. Cooper Queen coming at High Sport. Here's Prince Frolic and Primera Dama on the outside. Prince Frolic's the one you want to be on. He loomed up to them, races straight past them, and he's careering away. He's killing them, Prince Frolic, and Prince Frolic goes on to win it by 4 lengths. Cooper Queen second. Arch Sovereign third.
Smart 2-year-old Prince Frolic. I think we're going to hear a lot more of him this season. That gave Bill Goodwin, the Toowoomba apprentice, a winning double also. He was successful earlier on Little Pete. Final event was the Vane Graduation, and Sharp Arrow made it 4 on the trot, and he defeated Gallant Royale and Avon's Mark.
Arrow began very quickly, going up to go to the lead. Fast Blood near the inside, smartly away. He's running second, and Guinness out wide, going very fast. Gallant Royale began okay, but copped a check and drifted back to midfield. On settling down now, and Guinness loomed up on the outside to poke his nose in front of Sharp Arrow. They're going stride for stride. Fast Blood's a length away third, Plum Lucky fourth. Then Call Me Digger, followed by Gallant Royale, Salzburg. Avon's Mark is back worse than midfield. Further back in the field, then Copper Plate on the outside of Navy Lark, and Ben Morven's last of all. 800 metres left to go. Sharp Arrow the leader. 3/4 of a length in front of Guinness at a neck away third, but 3 wide. Gallant Royale, Plum Lucky fourth on the rails. Then Call Me Digger, Fast Blood, followed by Avon's Mark, Salzburg, Copper Plate, Navy Lark, and Ben Morven. Coming down the side, 5.50 out, and the leader Sharp Arrow. Sharp Arrow's just in front. Gallant Royale's gone up fast on the outside to tackle for the lead now. Guinness hard ridden in third place, followed by Call Me Digger. Copper Plate around the outside with a good run. Then Plum Lucky, Avon's Mark, and Ben Morven. Straightening up now, 350 metres left to go. Gallant Royale loomed up on the outside. He's really applying the pressure to Sharp Arrow. Sharp Arrow given a couple of cuts with the whip. He's fighting on. It's Sharp Arrow just in front of Gallant Royale. Copper Plate on the outside. Avon's Mark's making up ground. Sharp Arrow's about a neck in front, getting away again close to home. He's going to be too good. Sharp Arrow, yes, they hit the line. Sharp Arrow's won it by a long head. Sharp Arrow first, Gallant Royale second, Avon's Mark third.
Good effort there by Sharp Arrow, and 4 in a row is an outstanding performance. It doesn't matter where you win them, but he's won his last 3 in the metropolitan area. But I thought the efforts of the place getters, Gallant Royale and Avon's Mark, were also above average. I think both these will soon score. Gallant Royale going out after Sharp Arrow, as we show you the slow motion here. John Walker applying the whip. You'll notice Sharp Arrow just put in a couple of rough strides there. He's still learning what the galloping business is all about. Gallant Royale courageous in defeat, and I like the effort of Avon's Mark, who made up plenty of ground late in the race, and that was his first start since November. I think he will continue to improve also. We've got now the double and treble information from Doomben yesterday. The double numbers were 6 and 3, and that dividend 20, and what a magnificent card it was. Highlighted by the slipper, of course, won by Inspired, and giving 18-year-old apprentice Darren Beedman a tremendous thrill, and he brought the favourite down the centre of the track to score well. Disappointing for Queenslanders that Strawberry Road probably bowed out of racing with a pretty dismal performance in the Tancred Stakes. He looked as though he had a great winning chance just after they straightened, when he really accelerated, but he just completely compounded in the final 100 metres to finish well back. We had some joy in the opening event, however, the Queenslanders, with Mel Shoemaker scoring here on Tempestuous. Comes from about 5th last on the corner, and Tempestuous is now a Doncaster handicap threat. You'll notice her in the white and blue colours and the red cap about centre of field.
And trying to get into the open, Tempestuous, and now White Jewel called upon for her effort. While all this is going on, Special to Me raced up to join Clear Apollo, who got the better of Rise, and then comes Gelsomino. Sabre dances into the open, and here's Tempestuous. Tempestuous on the outside, race to the lead. Sabre Dancer trying to go with her. All sold on the outside, but it's Tempestuous. She's putting her best foot forward. She's racing away. And Tempestuous 2.5 on the line, 2 all sold. Sabre Dancer ran third.
Vintage Shoemaker there, and Tempestuous and the Shoe could combine to be a real winning chance in the Doncaster handicap next Saturday. Second event was the Storm Queen Stakes. Went to Lotka Star in a deceptive finish from La Sovrone and used the space. The favourite, Le Cassier, wilted in the straight.
Then used the space, and 2 further back is Forked Tongue. At the ledger, 300 to go. Dittman's pulled the whip on Sunita. Le Cassier starting to close the gap, and here's Lotka Star and used the space. And La Sovrone, the New Zealander, going to the inside and flying. La Sovrone and Lotka Star with use the space. They're all over the shop. La Sovrone on the inside looks to be doing better. La Sovrone on the inside and Lotka Star. They're wide apart, and by golly, this angle can be a little deceiving.
Was a little deceiving with Lotka Star on the outside gaining the verdict there. Third event was the Tulloch Stakes, and Prolific has been going great guns of late, and he was impressive again yesterday. He storms down the outside and careers away to quite a decisive win in the end, and it looks as though he's got quite a future. He defeated Pleasant Star and Durango, the winning margin 2 lengths.
Home straight now, and Gold's Armour on the inside. Wage Freeze and Rising Prince dispute the lead from King Delamere. Pleasant Star coming into it now. Here's Prolific joining in at the 200 metres, and Prolific raced up and headed off Pleasant Star. Then King Delamere followed by Triflow and Wage Freeze clear of Durango, but it's Prolific starting to forge away from Pleasant Star. Durango making ground from King Delamere and not declared, but it's all Prolific, and Prolific wins it by a length and 3/4. Second is Pleasant Star, third Durango.
Very promising 3-year-old Prolific, and it will be interesting to see if Bart Cummings sends him north as part of his team for the Queensland Winter Carnival. Fourth event was the big one, the $400,000 Golden Slipper, and Inspired and Darren Beedman. Great combination. He was awkwardly drawn at the start, out at 12. Beedman cleverly manoeuvred him over close to the inside and then wheeled him out towards the centre of the track in the straight, and he really gets to the line very strongly to defeat Lover Kiss, the 330 to 1 outsider, and Royal Troubadour. And I thought Pashenka's Gem, Mick Dittman's mount, ran a very good race for fourth.
Hula Drum and Inspired are going smartly, as is County on the rails. Pete's Choice is trying to get over, then Royal Troubadour, Pashenka's Gem, and behind them Street Cafe. A little more than a length the Slick, Draw on the rails, and 2 Fair Verdict, and then Spirit of Kingston, Lover Kiss, Rass Dancer right out off the track, and a Radiator dropped out to last. At the 700, and Rivage shows the way. Pete's Choice in second position. Vain Display third from Hula Drum, a length and a half to County. Then comes Street Cafe and Inspired. After a length, Giosta, Royal Troubadour, and then comes Fair Verdict, Pashenka's Gem. A length to Lover Kiss and Slick Draw, followed by Rass Dancer. the Spirit of Kingston, and 2 lengths to a Radiator. Round the corner in the Golden Slipper, and the Flying Newcastle filly Rivage tackled in earnest by Vain Display. A length away in third place is Hula Drum, followed then by Pete's Choice, County Royal Troubadour, and here is Inspired, the favourite, putting in the long strides. Little Darren Beatman has surged to the lead on Inspired. Royal Troubadour second, 2 lengths to Love a Kiss, and then Pashenka's Gem, but it's Inspired's Golden Slipper, and Inspired raced home to beat Love a Kiss. Third, Royal Troubadour.
Tremendous thrill for the young apprentice to land such an important race, and he's a very, very smart 2-year-old Inspired. He overcame a setback a month or so ago which seemed certain to rule him out of the slipper. He underwent surgery, but top training performance by Theo Green and beautifully ridden by Darren Beedman. 5th event, the Sir Robert Askin Cup. Well, here we have the slow motion of the slipper, and notice Deeban using the whip very powerfully here, but once he realises he has the race in his keeping, he puts the whip away and just lets Inspired roll to the line, hands and heels. That's Pashenka's Gem running 4th there, making up plenty of ground. I thought her effort was good, but Inspired on the day far too classy. 5th event was the Sir Robert Askin Cup. Went to Veet Cheval, the Melbourne 3-year-old. He wintered here last year and looked a very promising type, and he's really hit his straps now. He's in the Doncaster Handicap next Saturday, and he's another likely Queensland visitor this winter.
Has given in on the inside, UN Gamble on the outer, followed by Albany Bay, Like a Planet, and 1 length of Veet Cheval storming into the picture. Dittman's gone for the whip on Feeling Fit. Veet Cheval, UN Gamble claiming it, with Veet Cheval drawing to a clear-cut lead, and Veet Cheval has come to the 100 metres full of running. 2.5 lengths on Uno Patera dashing down the outside, but it's all Veet Cheval, and Veet Cheval by 2.5 lengths to Uno Patera. Third home was Row of Waves.
Yes, it was all Veet Cheval, and it was all the bookies in the 6th event, the Neville Selwood Stakes, when the 25-1 outsider Spring Moss gets the money from Madame Monet, another at 12-1, Bungabi third, and the disappointment was Mick Dittman's Mount Ben Bulben finishing 6th at 11-8.
It's Honest Promise by 2 lengths on Spring Moss, and then Stilliard dropping off on the inside as Danikil. A length the Peninsula still battling on, and Dittman's hard at work on Ben Bulben, followed by Bungabi. Spring Moss takes the lead. Here's Old Peninsula coming into it. Ben Bulben is picking up the bit now, and he's trying to get between Peninsula and Spring Moss. He goes to the fence, and then Bungabi and Madame Monet's coming into it, but Spring Moss, he's old enough to vote too, but he's going to win. And Spring Moss on the line by a length, Madame Monet. Bungabi third.
Spotted a pretty good run there from 125-1 chance. Finished 5th, Entree New. He might be able to pick up a race shortly. 7th event was the Tancred Stakes, and we're all hoping that Strawberry could bow out on a winning note. He showed the way from the start, and here, coming up towards the 1100 metres, he's travelling smoothly, but he got very tired in the straight. The race went to Hay from Tresaro.
Admiral Lincoln Hay. A length of Beloso, Bounty Hawk, Kiamare, and pratted out 3 deep now, Tresaro from Stylish Dude. Then Beechcraft a length to Sanitate, and bringing up the rear is English Wonder. Strawberry Road to the 800 metres by a length from Fountain Court. Third is Admiral Lincoln. Mr. McGinty is pocketed now, followed by Hay. Veloso going up wider out into length. Tresaro being wound up by Wayne Harris. He's going up 3 deep again from Bounty Hawk in the middle, and further back comes on the outside Kiamare, 2 to Beechcraft, Sanitate, and then English Wonder, and last is Stylish Dude as they swing for home. Strawberry Road's hanging badly, and as they set sail for the judge in the Tancred, Strawberry Road is accelerated. 2.5 lengths on Bounty Hawk, followed then by Fountain Court, and a break in proceedings to Hay and Tresaro, the widest runner. Forget Mr. McGinty. Strawberry Road at the 200 of the leader. A length and a half clear. Battling on is Hay after Strawberry Road, and then Tresaro, followed by Fountain Court. But Hay's taken the lead. He's got the Tancred 1, and Hay goes to the post to win a length. Second home in the race was Tresaro. Third in being Beechcraft.
Strong staying performance there by Hay, but I thought Tresaro was a shade unlucky. He was forced to cover a ton of extra ground from the 800 metres turn to the home turn, and I think that he did a good job to finish second. We'll show you now the slow motion. When we pick them up, Strawberry Road's clear and apparently travelling strongly, but just after this stage he really gets the staggers. It's Hay in the green and Tresaro in the red and orange down the outside, and Strawberry languishing there in about the 9th spot when they hit the line. And I just hope that Connections don't continue his racing program. He's proven that he's an outstanding galloper, and it'd be a shame if he continued to race and was beaten. I think he's done enough to go to stud with his head held high. Final event was the Morris McCartan Stakes. Went to Vane Top, dashed clear just after straight, and he was getting a bit tired at the finish, but he held off run ashore by a long neck.
Around the corner, and Vane Top raced up to head off Purpose. 2 lengths run ashore Validity, and a length further back in the field at that stage Mr. Illusion followed well back then by Open the Door, who's under heavy pressure. Vane Top leads at the distance. Run ashore Validity, and on the inside Mr. Illusion battling on, and 2 lengths to Elroy, but it's Vane Top just the leader from Mr. Illusion. Run ashore on the outside, but Vane Top giving plenty. Run ashore's not going to reach him, and Vane Top has won from Run ashore. Validity or Elroy third.
Bookies finishing on a good note there with the success of Vane Top at 16-1. Look now at the double and treble information from Rose Hill. The double numbers were 12 and 9, weighed $196.10, excuse me, while the treble combination was 2, 12 and 9, paid $1,404.50, and the Rose Hill extra double, 7 went to, oh, here we go, Rudor starting at 11-2, defeated Highland Ranger. The disappointments were the equal favourites, Norfolk Tiger and Beacon Heights.
2 lengths away then came Eddie's Chance with battling on Psycho Star, and a long gap of 3 lengths Norfolk Tiger and Beacon Heights further back, and Highland Ranger starting to come into it wide out from a long way back. Rudor with one to jump made the turn 2 in front of Mr. Chick from Psycho Star, and Highland Ranger rattling home out wide. As they come down to the last, however, Rudor still 2 lengths in front from Mr. Chick, Highland Ranger and Psycho Star. Rudor's over it safely, he'll win. Rudor's tired, Highland Ranger literally flying down the outside, but Rudor's won at about 3 parts of a length, Highland Ranger. Mr. Chick third.
Second event was the Piccaninny Handicap, and the punters who laid short odds skiing sent him out at 6-4 favourite. Were really worried at the home turn where he was headed by Split the Booty. And this pair had a tremendous struggle in the straight, with Skiing just scraping home by a short half head.
Skiing joined by Split the Booty, who took the lead on the outside. It's a mighty run after missing the start, and Split the Booty and Nectar Skiing into the straight, clear of Lemon Bitter and Cara Blue. He's had to go for the whip on Split the Booty. Skiing fighting back on the inside. They're going stride for stride, Skiing and Split the Booty. Skiing got its nose in front. Split the Booty goes at it. Or maybe Split the Booty and nostril to Skiing. Nothing in it.
Another tremendous finish to the third event, which was the first Deep Creek Handicap. It went to the favourite Galliola Court by a short half head from King Phoenix, who refused to give in the straight, and West Mayo tiring for third.
Going with it in a length and a half. Galliola Court about to come at the pair of them, and that's it. They're 5 lengths in front of Sports Addict and Popper Street. It's West Mayo and King Phoenix together, 300 out, a length and a half. Galliola Court to the outside. West Mayo's gone. King Phoenix took the lead. Galliola Court coming at it on the outside from West Mayo. King Phoenix a neck in front. Galliola Court might be finishing better. King Phoenix fighting back, but Galliola Court draws level near the line, and Galliola Court's won at a nostril to King Phoenix, who kicked on the line. 4 lengths away third, West Mayo from...
Just scraping in there, Galliola Court. Fourth event was the Toyota Handicap, over 2,600 metres. Some pretty tired old stayers at the end here, but the Tasmanians, Mevron Boy and Ensign Piper had the race to themselves from the home turn.
To Claire and Sleepy Jim heading for home, and the boy went for the whip on Ensign Piper. It led about a length on the outside. Mevron Boy's closing the gap now. Bobby Skelton, hands and heels, getting everything out of Mevron Boy. He drew level, he'll be too good. Mevron Boy, the Tasmanian, leading the other Tasmanian into the line, Ensign Piper, and Mevron Boy won at a half neck to Ensign Piper. 3 lengths to Sleepy Jim.
You won't see many better finishes and many braver calls than this by Bill Collins at the finish of the fifth event, the Tarago Handicap. The margin's a short half head by a dead heat by a short half head.
On the corner, and Roulette Star and Noosa Gardens together, a length to Infinite Spirit, followed by Roses for You and then Lee Call. Carlton Girl is next, and further back Fancy Philly out wide. Into the straight, Noosa Gardens just the leader. From Roulette Star, Infinite Spirit and Roses for You coming at them. Infinite Spirit getting up on the rails. Roulette Star just in front. Roses for You and Noosa Gardens coming at it from Fiery Embers. There's 4 spread across the track. It's going to be a go to the line. This, let's see, Roulette Star's one at a nose. Roulette Star a nose to either Noosa Gardens or Infinite Spirit.
Great call there from Bill Collins. He nominated it correctly. Roulette Star scoring by a short half head from those dead heaters. Sixth event was the Corona Handicap, and one of the bookies here with Saatchi scoring pretty convincingly from Bin Bingo.
He's got nowhere to go on Mighty Supremo. He's checking off the heels of horses and then wise to double. Saatchi kicked away at the top of the straight, led 2 lengths into the straight now from Bin Bingo. Check the deck, Selmark, So Like Bell, Sentimental Lady. But Saatchi's stolen what should be a winning break. It's going further ahead in the run home, and Saatchi's going to canter in. Goes down to the line, Bobby Skelton completes his double, a length and a half. Second placing, Bin Binga. Close for third, Sentimental Lady or Eureka Girl.
The solid performance there from Saatchi to score at 14-1. The seventh event was the second Deep Creek handicap. Went to Mighty Avenger from Tide Turns. Mighty Avenger starting at 10-1, and the bookies cheering here again. And Bon Marsh in the slot finished fourth, was quite disappointing as the 10-9 favourite.
A length and a half clear of Mighty Avenger the outside. He's gone for the whip on the leader. Then a Bon Marche and Silver Cossack getting out in the slot's gone. Mighty Avenger grabbed it, took the lead. Tide Turns out wide, running on fairly well, but Mighty Avenger's going to win, and Mighty Avenger draws away to win by about 2 lengths. Second, Tide Turns, a nose in front of in the slot from a Bon Marche. Torturer ran on strongly next.
It was the favourite Rapelko scoring in the 8th event. He made a big move just coming to the corner and goes on to defeat the quaintly named Arlington Sandfly, who battled on strongly for second with Irish Lord third.
Running home hard, and then Make Me Famous and Katie's Boy trying to get out. Bounty Hustler is grabbed by Rapelko on the corner. Irish Lord coming at it quickly. Katie's Boy out wider from Chasing Moonbeams, and Arlington Sandfly getting up on the fence, but Rapelko kicked clear now. More than a length to Irish Lord. Now getting out Arlington Sandfly from Katie's Boy down the outside, but Rapelko clear, holding them at bay with 100 to go, and Rapelko's going on to win it well. Scores by about 2 lengths, close for the minors, and it's a dead heat, Arlington Sandfly and Irish Lord.
Because of a technical problem, we can't show you the final event from Moonee Valley, but we have the double and treble information now. Firstly, the double numbers, I think. Yeah. Right, 14 and 2, $191.40. Too quick on the draw. So the treble numbers 7, 14 and 2 paid $742.50. That's better. Extra double 4 and 9 paid $64.60. The producer.
Off the track, No Hado in the centre, Silver Circle over on the inside, then Casino Road, Helleroo, Le Pagal, Grey Diver and Red as ever around the home turn, 450 metres out. Dolomite about to be joined by Munition Boy, and the Grey loomed up quickly on the outside to run to the lead now, Munition Boy. Copper Kid clear at the right time and picking up ground on the outside. He's after the leader, and he's moved up quickly to go to the lead now, Copper Kid. Afro Woonak is battling on fairly well, and then No Halo, Kung Fu King, and Grey Diver's coming hard on the extreme outside. Copper Kid's the lead. Oh, he's kicked away from them. 100 metres to go. Grey Diver's rattling home on the extreme outside, but Copper Kid's going to be too good. And in the run to the line, Copper Kid, oh, I think he had plenty up his sleeve, Copper Kid. The boy had a big hold on him, and Copper Kid goes on to win easily.
Like Wayne Wilson, I think John Walk had a bit up his sleeve there. He had a look inside and outside about the 150 metre mark, and I don't think he had Copper Kid at full pressure in the run to the line. I think Copper Kid can quickly get through the classes, and we might see him as a big race winner sometime next year. Seventh event was the Bribey Handicap. This is a qualifying race for the Elders Handicap, keenly contested, and Foreign Interest just manages to edge out Showjoy, and Crawford, the good run, first up to get third.
Plenty of speed too is Great March. Prince Harvey's going fast but caught a little bit wide, and so is Fixed Flash. Sunset Affair midfield on the outside of Foreign Interest. Bold Personality. Hondo Batty getting back now. Crawford's fourth last as they come down the side, and then Viff, and Neptune's Courts drop towards the rear as they run past the 750, and the leader Showjoy. She's held up in front to lead by 3/4 of an length on Little Pete, and Fixed Flashes ahead away third but wide. Some Unit fourth on the rails, and then Great March, Prince Harvey followed by Foreign Interest. Bold Personality picking up ground, then Sunset Affair, different class, and Viff a fair way back in the field with Crawford, Hondo Matic and Neptune's Court. Around the home turn, 400 metres to go. Showjoy's the leader. Some Unit clear at the right time if he's good enough. Little Pete on the outside, then Foreign Interest. Great March right down the outside with Fixed Flash, Prince Harvey, and Bold Personality's picking up plenty of ground. Showjoy is still the leader. 200 metres to go. She's clear, Showjoy. She's 2 lengths in front of Foreign Interest. Some Unit. Crawford getting a run near the inside. Sunset Affair rattling home. Showjoy in front. She's starting to stop. Foreign Interest flying on the outside. Foreign Interest grabbed the lead. They hit it. Oh, it's pretty close. Foreign Interest or Showjoy, and Crawford flew to get third.
Nice ride there from Gavin Birra to land a winning double on Foreign Interest. He scored earlier on Lord Penn. We'll show you now the final stages. Showjoy, courageous in defeat. The 3-year-old filly was well clear. She had them struggling here with 150 metres to go. Foreign Interest in the pink colours, wearing it down on the outside. And that's Crawford in the black and gold and the white sleeves and cap, making up plenty of territory late. And he's going to be better suited by a longer distance. But Foreign Interest just managing to edge out Showjoy. Crawford's effort very good. Foreign Interest, of course, qualifies now for an Elder start if connections desire, but trainer Lloyd Hickmott is inclined to miss the Eagle Farm Carnival and concentrate on the Doomben Rothmans 100,000 early in July, but that will be decided in the next week or so. Final event from Eagle Farm was the Images Novice. Went to In the Shadows, a very impressive performance. Gavin Duffy's got the key to this horse. He settled him well back and he really charged to the line to defeat the Kiwi filly Sweet Legend.
Very fast, Sweet Legend now settling about 5th on the inside. Principal Asset and Graphic C getting up into handy spots there, 3rd and 4th. Sweet Legend next on the inside of Principal Asset. Followed then by Bartlett. Taj Ruler's well back with Wings of Steel. I'm a Shadow back about 3rd last as they come down the side. Jet Along and Patola Laddie just behind in the shadows. As they run down past the 650 and Blythe Boy going very fast. He's a clear-cut leader. 2.5 lengths in front of Strong Leader. Graphic C 3rd on the outside. Followed by Dual Victory. Sweet Legend over on the rails. Followed then by Taj Ruler in the centre. Bartlett's right off the track. Principal Asset in that bunch as well. Coming to the extreme outside now is Wings of Steel. Dark Gale still a long way back in the field as they run down past the 300-metre mark, and there's Strong Leader going up fast to run to the lead now from Blythe Boy. In the shadows is getting a run in the centre. He's coming hard now. Sweet Legend on the outside running on Gailey, and then Graphic C. Here comes the favourite in the shadows. He's flying on the outside. He's loomed up to go to the lead in the shadows. Yes, he's got it won, and in the shadows is drawing clear close to home. He's too good for them in the shadows. Sweet Legend 2nd, 3rd Strong Leader.
Smart combination there, In the Shadows and Gavin Duffy with a sweet ride to land the favourite in the final event. Look now at the